You know, you have a lot of people that are hiding from Ringo TV because they know that I'm on to something. Who murdered Kevin Samuels? We've been covering the investigation for years. But when you look in these YouTube streets, when you look at all these content creators, you see them being distracted by all of this Boyce Watkins, and you see everybody doing their little response videos about, so-and-so is, checking Boyce Watkins, and Anton checking Boyce Watkins. You see all these content creators, but ain't nobody talking about who murdered Kevin Samuels. You don't see none of those podcasters talking about Ringo TV. Y'all got all that time to be talking about a Boyce Watkins when your mans is underground with the worms. Ain't none of you content creators talking about your boy over there with that interview with the suspect that was in the house. Y'all ain't doing no videos. Ain't no investigations. So what's really going on? Who murdered Kevin Samuels? And why his so-called friends are quiet about it, but acting like they're concerned when Boyce Watkins have things to say about Kevin, but when Ringo say things about Kevin, everybody's quiet. Make that make sense.
Yo, nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean and skip up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, got me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might like do it that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga about that paper. 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 Hop on that jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like the way that top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper. Yo, nigga about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Look at how far we progress. Lord, I don't see a threat.
I think that, what was his name? Samuels. He just died recently. Had the podcast. There was, the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
Is there a ritual attached to seeing black men in dresses when it comes to, I know it started around Flip Wilson time and probably before then. What's the ritual that's happening?
I told you now, listen, remember what Granddaddy told you when I first sat down here about Norman Lear?
Sure.
The dissolution of the patriarchal system. What we're experiencing now is the evolution of what Norman Lear started with All in the Family. And nobody got it. They missed it totally. They said, oh, DeMond's talking about Norman didn't have. I said, you people have been so dumbed down, like Malcolm said. Some of us, we're going to have to leave behind. You're too brainwashed to understand. That was the important thing I said about it. And they don't even know that. You know, you got this whole feminist movement out here. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. No, but your kids do. Your children do. A broken home. I can't remember the statistic. I think it's like 65% of the people incarcerated in the penal systems are single family. I don't need no man.
So it's just it will be all by design, I'm guessing. They want this, right? I would assume people want this. The system, benefits.
What do you mean, welfare?
Welfare, the patriarch dissolution that you just mentioned.
That's because of the feminist movement, brother.
Yeah.
The feminist movement. All of those lesbians back in the day, Gloria Steinem, Black Panther woman that teaches at Stanford University, they were lesbians. The Black Panther Party was a communist organization that was funded by the Rockefellers. That's the number one thing. So I mean, you got to understand, I came back to the world from the jungle when the Haight-Ashbury, the hippies, I hate to use that cliche, hated the government, everything about the government. They hated Nixon. They wanted to stop that war over there in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And the feminist movement has killed it. And these women walking around here, they're not being taught by their mothers to be wives. Now you got all these guys, they take your humanity from you. You know how the feminist movement has categorized men. I think that what was his name? Samuels. He died recently. Had the podcast. There was the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated. Kevin Samuels was eliminated. Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
It's very clear, very, very clear that Kevin Samuels was murdered. But when you look on social media, you don't see none of his friends investigating. Instead, they're all acting like nothing happened. They're too worried about Boyce Watkins. Could you believe that? Imagine that. They're worried about Boyce Watkins. When a man is underground. A man is underground and they're not doing no investigation. And now it brings us to part 2. who murdered Kevin Samuels. Been a couple of years. None of his friends have used any of their money to do an investigation. But they're always ready to act like they're defending his honor when somebody talks about him. But when Ringo talk, you don't see Anton. You don't see tutorials. You don't see none of these people saying, Ringo said this. He disrespecting Kevin Samuels. You don't see none of them mentioning my name. Why? Because I'm speaking the truth. They make videos and talk about stuff that is irrelevant because they're keeping the people dumbed down, keeping you occupied and distracted with Boyce Watkins. And they're all working together. I don't trust none of them. Like, real talk, real spit. Like, all of these cats that claim they rock with Kevin, I don't trust none of them. They're all suspects, in my opinion. All of them. Because ain't no way you could say that's your mans in them and ain't nobody doing no investigation. That's not how the hood work. They take out your mans, the streets are talking. What's going on? Ain't nobody, so nobody know what happened. So all of y'all know when Boyce Watkins make a video talking about Kevin Samuels. But when Ringo does his investigation, nobody knows nothing. Everybody act like, well, I didn't hear nothing. I don't know what's going on. But your man underground. Who are the suspects? All of y'all. I don't trust none of y'all. The viewers, let me tell you something. If you a viewer and you watching this parade, you watching this circus, y'all gotta peep game. You gotta take notes. Kevin Samuels was lined up purposely. They purposely took this man out. And I laid out the blueprint of what I believe happened. I believe the powers that be strategically use agents that came into the space to surround themselves around Kevin to take him out. Now, keep in mind, I'm no fan of Kevin. I was one of his critics, but yet I'm doing the investigation. Imagine, one of Kevin's critics is doing the internal investigation to solve the murder case. But the people who claim they rock with him, they not doing nothing. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Come on now. And to all you clowns in the chat that's asking me to react to videos, like, what's your problem? Did you hit the damn Cash App? Did you thumb up the video? Are you sharing the content? Oh, react to this. Are you paying attention? Do you not see me working? Oh, can you react to this? This is what I mean, man. Some of you folks, man, I don't know what's the matter with you. I don't know what's the matter with you, bro. Like, something wrong with you. Here I am talking about some real ish. You trying to distract me to focus on some other bullshit. I'm telling you, bro, these spaces are filled with brainless people, bro, that are not paying attention. A man was murdered and his death was covered up. And you worried about something else. So you mean to tell me somebody murdered somebody in your family? You just gonna go back to doing content as though it ain't nothing? You ain't gonna do no investigation? So you mean to tell me all you cats that claim you rock with Kevin, right? He was your friend, right? That's BS. Kevin ain't have no friends. Kevin had enemies. Kevin wasn't moving the way a man supposed to move when he in these streets. He got a little too comfortable. He got caught slipping. That's just real talk. As much as I'm one of his critics, I'm more of a friend to Kevin than all you cats in this space. Because I'm out here doing this work. Y'all ain't doing nothing but trying to get the clicks and the views to get that check. Y'all ain't worried about who killed him. Y'all like, hey, he out of the way. Now I can get me my views that I always wanted. Hello? Oh, he out of the way now, so now I can grow. Oh, he out of the way, now I can get my numbers up now. But what I'll do is I'll act like I was with him so that people could believe in me, but I'm not gonna investigate how he died. I'm just gonna believe the narrative they gave us. We all saw the tapes. That man's final moments, he was doing a live stream, had some woman in his house. We were not supposed to know that that woman was there. I said we were not supposed to know that that woman was there. But because she was shown on camera, these agents had to create a new narrative because she was exposed. But Kevin didn't want her out there. That was supposed to be a secret. I told you already, I told you 1,000 times. If I'm in the house with a woman and she mysteriously died, the cops is gonna be questioning me. The detective's gonna be questioning me. They're gonna wanna know how long I knew this woman. What was my purpose of being there? How often did I come here? Was this my first time at her house? Where's the camera footage? How come we can't see no camera footage of this alleged woman coming to the house? How come there have been no interviews with this woman when Kevin died? But all of a sudden, you got some no-name YouTuber talking about he got an exclusive interview with the woman that was at the scene of the crime. After all these years, they're trying to paint this thing as some love story, like Kevin was in love, and Kevin was not in love, fam. That's a lie. We don't have him here to tell us the truth. That's why we got to do an internal investigation. They're trying to paint this narrative as though Kevin was in love and he was going to get married. Please. Kevin used to make videos teaching men to go get escorts. Put a 1 if you heard them videos. Put a 1. Put a 1. If you seen them videos, they're still up. Where Kevin was teaching men to get escorts. He wasn't teaching men to get no wives. He wasn't bringing black family together. That's a damn lie. But that's the narrative they trying to paint, that he was a savior that was out here trying to build a bridge between black men and black women. No. It was a business. It was a minstrel show. I'm the one who's trying to build the community up so that black men and black women could come together. I'm the one doing the real work. And when you're doing that kind of work, you don't get no love, you don't get no support. Because if he was really trying to build the community up, it would not be popular. He was telling people to pretty much go out there and get escorts. This is what he was telling brothers. Remember, he used to always use what is that that talking point from what's that film? Is it Pretty Woman? I think it's Pretty Woman, with a dude he got with a woman and rented her or paid for her for the weekend. And then it ended up turning into a love story. He used to always use that in his content. He understood the risk. He understood the principles that when you start making money, ain't no time to be getting married. He already was divorced twice. So why would a man that was divorced twice be trying to remarry in his 50s? Make that make sense. These cats online talking about, oh, he was trying to get married so they can have a boy, so he can have a son, whatever. Y'all really trying to paint these nice little stories. But Kevin never spoke to us about none of that. So how you know that? How you know that? How you know all his business? And how you know that woman? Why would a woman be so comfortable to talk to a total stranger? Why would a woman be so comfortable talking to a total stranger about what happened that night? Tell that woman come talk to Ringo TV so I could put her in the hot seat and ask her the real questions. Because that entire interview was a joke. And bruh, you talk too much. Real talk. You ran your mouth the whole time. You made it all about you. You didn't even give the woman a chance to talk. Every time she says something, you go on for 6 minutes. Bro, that's not an interview. That's a staged event. Demon Wilson told us Kevin was taken out. And he's connected. He know the industry. He recognized the signs. He's from the streets. He hanged with the mob. He know the MO. This is easy to figure out. Do you understand me? Now, we did a live stream. Yesterday, we did a live stream, part 1, and I broke down a few things. I'm going to review my own video, talk about some more things. Because what we got to examine here, fam, is these cats is hiding. These cats in these YouTube streets is dirty, bro. Their hands is dirty. I'm the only one that's calling it out. Their hands is dirty. I don't trust nobody. All y'all hands is dirty. That man underground. And y'all ain't pushing for an investigation to find out what really happened. So let me get this straight, fam. So you interviewing a woman that claims she was there, and you just believe everything she got to say. Y'all can't see an inside job when y'all see it. Fam, if anybody was there when somebody died, they a suspect. Ain't no cap. Somebody die in your presence, you a suspect. I don't care what nobody say. We got to question you. In my opinion, that interview that boy made is fake, staged. It's just another way for him to try to get his numbers up because, you know, his numbers is not going nowhere. So it's like, I can see the play. You have to understand, I got eyes that can see. Being that I got these eyes that can see, I'm an enemy. That's why they don't mention my name. Because they already done know I'm speaking the truth. And they already know if they mention my name, it's going to only validate the truth. So they all act like they don't see nothing. But they got time to talk about Boyce. They got time to talk about Boyce Watkins. Oh, Boyce Watkins disrespect Kevin. And everybody making a video. But when Ringo's speaking this truth, nobody ain't making no videos. Y'all can't see that? You gonna tell me they don't know what I'm saying? Oh, but they can't do that because they don't want their audience to come over here and get this real talk. Because once their audience come over here and get this real talk, their audience is not watching them no more. I keep telling y'all that, fam. Kevin was taken out for this very reason. It's my opinion, a lot of these cats in these spaces that was acting like they his friends, they wanted his spot. They felt like dude got too big, man. And they were eating the crumbs, but now that he gone, now they eating. It's similar to when a mob boss get arrested and he's doing a bid, and you got the small cats, they start to make some bread now. They got their money up, and when the mob boss come out of prison, he come back for what's rightfully his. He's like, yo, it's my block. What's good? Where the money at? What do you mean, yo? We doing our thing. Fam, give me that. That's mine. That's how it looks. It looked like an orchestrated hit, fam, to take over the block. I'm peeping the game. Ever since Kevin got taken out, all these cats started to grow. All of these cats start to get their money up. Y'all can't see that? Ain't nobody talking about no investigation. Y'all got bread. Y'all ain't pushing for an investigation. I don't think y'all care about this dude. I think a lot of these cats in the space, right? Now that Kevin is gone, I think y'all happy. I think a lot of you cats are really happy. Most of y'all didn't even go to his funeral. Matter of fact, dude that did the interview with the woman, he didn't even go to the man's funeral. He was too busy worrying about dudes on YouTube. Imagine that. You on YouTube, your man's and them at a funeral, but you busy arguing with lunatics on YouTube, worrying about what they saying about him, when you supposed to be paying your... Dude didn't even pay his respects, bro. But y'all taking him serious? A dude that didn't even go to the funeral? Fam, if we in the hood and your man's died, bro, and you don't show up to the funeral, you a suspect, bro. Ain't no way. The whole hood is at that funeral. You ain't show up? How the whole block, everybody in the projects is at the funeral, mourning the loss. But you on YouTube arguing with people, talking about, well, you know, I gotta focus on the trolls. You gotta focus on the trolls, or you gotta cover something up? Which one is it? Because I can peep game. If dude meant something to you, you would have been at that funeral. You talk about you making all this money, you couldn't take a flight? All you cats getting all this bread, nobody could take a flight? But he's your man's, right? When was the last time y'all visit the grave site? How many of you cats recently went to Kevin Samuel's grave site to visit the brother and pay your respects? When? I bet none of y'all. I bet dude that did the interview still haven't gone to the grave site to pay his respects. What a shame. But I'm the bad guy because I make the content to engage with the audience, to ask the real questions. A man died, and the people want to know how. We got suspects. We got people accessing this man's accounts, accessing his social medias. That man's social media is supposed to be private, fam. That man's Instagram is private, bruh. Why is somebody controlling that man's Instagram? That mean y'all all up in bruh man's DMs. That mean y'all literally reading all his secrets. Fam, that's foul, bro. Y'all going back watching who he was talking to. That's nasty. That's nasty. Those pages shouldn't be occupied by nobody. The man is dead, bro. The man is dead. So ain't nobody supposed to have access to his Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, none of that. That's that man's business. So now you got somebody out here reading this man's DMs, which means he probably got DMs talking to women. Women probably sending him explicit content. They over there reading it up. Like, ooh, wow. Oh, man, I didn't know he was doing that. That's foul, bro. That's foul. But I'm the bad guy for questioning these things. Well, you know, everything was given to his daughter. That's none of his daughter's business. His daughter don't belong in his DMs. And who went to go get all the paperwork to do this and do that to set everything up? Those are the people you're supposed to question. Because how they got access to all of that info? And how come these other cats in the space ain't putting in that work to do that? Or they are part of it? Because Kevin didn't know he was gonna die? Are you telling me that Kevin told this dude, yo man, in case I pass away, I want you to do this for me and do that for me? Kevin thought the people around him was cool, fam. See, I peep game. What I always peep is who is around a man. And I peep people around a man, and I'm like, this ain't looking right, bro. People around this man too much. And he was weak in the sense that he thought everybody was with him, not realizing that he was getting lined up the whole time. Think about this. This man had access to millions of dollars. Yet a lot of hungry sharks around him, fam. Hungry. So when he passed away, his cell phone was there, fam. With a cell phone alone, all you gotta do is just put it over his face, open up them eyes, access to the phone. You could clean out them accounts real quick. Clean out that Cash App, clean out all those accounts, clean out the Patreon. I mean, think about how many social medias Kevin had access to. Somebody gained entry, and most likely they can't be trusted. Because who's gonna hold these people accountable? We're talking about money now, millions of dollars. I don't wanna hear nothing that nobody didn't take a few dollars off the top end. We see it every day in the streets. Dudes get greedy. That's just how it be, fam. You know? And it happens all the time, and it's amazing that nobody seems to understand this type of stuff. It's really sick. I'm gonna let this video play. I gotta answer the door. I'm gonna let it play and be right back. Let's go.
I think that, what was his name? Samuels. He just died recently. Had the podcast. There was, the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
Is there a ritual attached to seeing black men in dresses when it comes to, I know it started around Flip Wilson time and probably before then. What's the ritual that's happening?
I told you now, listen, remember what Granddaddy told you when I first sat down here.
It's interesting how you got to keep explaining things to people. and letting people know this and letting people know that in order to teach them things. Kevin was taken out, y'all. They made it look like, oh, he got a heart attack. Nah. Kevin was in shape, y'all. See, this is the problem. Y'all been watching too much social media and y'all not really understanding. Kevin Samuels was a hard-working influencer who did live shows simultaneously on different platforms. It takes a lot of energy to do these shows. People think that doing content is easy. People really believe being a YouTuber, a TikToker, and all this other stuff is like so easy and everybody just making millions of dollars. It's not easy. It's not. A lot of these content creators are gonna learn the hard way. You'll have your winning season where everything looks good, and then you're gonna have a downward spiral. It's just gonna be going downhill, and you're gonna be like, what's going on? You're gonna start to panic because you gotta figure out what to do. This is why you're supposed to be talented. But the man was in shape. The man made sure that he took care of himself. The only thing you can say is, oh, he was drinking Red Bull, but who don't drink something they don't supposed to be drinking? I mean, I drink soda. You probably drink alcohol every single day. And it doesn't really matter what you drink because the water's poisoned either way. So at the end of the day, all of this, well, you know, don't drink this, don't drink that, please. Everything is poison. The food is poison. The water's poison. When you take a shower, it's poison. Everything is poison. So save me with that nonsense. They want you to all think that the man was tired and his body just gave in. But notice who's telling you that. The dude who did the interview is telling you that. And y'all believe it. That's crazy, man. You actually believe that mess? That Kevin was just tired? No. Kevin traveled. Kevin met up with a lot of different people. He had a lot of plans. He had a lot of business endeavors that he was working with. And he thought that a couple of these guys in the space were cool brothers to work with. And he brought them on board. We seen the photos where you saw him with tutorials, with Anton and this one and that one. And shame on all you guys. Shame on all you brothers. I don't trust none of you. None of you guys, bro. Real talk. You heard it from me. I don't trust none of you. Because you cats, even if you was at his funeral, I don't see none of y'all doing no investigation. None. Y'all all just acting like y'all don't see. Y'all all focusing on getting money now, and y'all not worried about the fact that bruh man put out an interview with this woman. How come y'all don't do a reaction on it? How come y'all don't do a reaction video about the woman who is on an interview that other dude did? Why y'all ain't talking about it? Why y'all ain't sharing y'all thoughts and opinions on it? Oh, I know why. It's not worth talking about. Gotta get this money. I don't want to step on no toes. I don't want to burn no bridges. I'm just gonna act cool, act like I don't see. Y'all know what happened. Tutorials, you know what happened, right? You know what they did. How come you ain't speaking on it? How come you ain't talking about it? What really happened? You don't got nothing to say? So you didn't see the interview? You didn't hear what she said? Where's your reaction video? I thought you do reactions. So you agree with it. So what are your real thoughts inside? So you just believe that Kevin Samuels, your buddy, just somehow just got a heart attack and he's just gone, right? And you believe that. Back to business, right? Anton, you were there, right? You were at the funeral, right? Where's your reaction video to the interview? So you believe the narrative? Were you a part of it? What's really going on? What's good, bro? I'm talking to you. Oh, yeah. You got time to talk about Boyce. I'm talking to you like a man. Where you at? What's your take on the case? What really happened to Kevin? Oh, it was business, right? So you showed face at the funeral to show face, but other cats didn't show no face. How come you ain't talking about that? What's good? I thought he's your mans. Weren't you crying? You were crying, right? I believe you did a live stream. You were crying. You were shedding some tears. Okay. Where are those tears now? Where's the internal investigation? I don't know what kind of friends y'all is, man. Real talk, I don't know what kind of friends y'all are to just sit back and y'all ain't saying nothing, but y'all got time to talk about Boyce. Like y'all setting the record straight. But when Ringo talk, everybody quiet. Everybody run for the hills. Oh, I don't got nothing to say. I don't want to be seen. Oh no. What's good, bro? What's going on? Did you go pay your respects? Did you go to the grave site? Did you? Why you never question bruh for not attending the funeral? Talk to us. Where your reaction? Go put on your hoodie and do this and go do your reaction. And let's see. How come you ain't making videos talking about how your mans didn't attend the funeral, but was on social media arguing with trolls? See, I don't gotta waste no time doing no reaction video. I could talk straight up. I could talk straight with no videos, just pure content. And I got the people watching. 320. Why you ain't investigating this man's death? Who was at the crib? Who was at the house? You his mans, right? That was your partner, right? You have a lot to say. Listen, anytime somebody talk about Kevin, you doing a video. Come on now. I mean, y'all all working together to get this bread? That's what it's all about? Y'all don't care about this man's death. They don't care. This business is dirty. I bet you happy he out the way, right? You know what's so funny? I seen cats in these spaces. I don't gotta call no names. Y'all know who they are. I seen cats in these spaces talk the most vile things about Kevin. And y'all all cool now. Yo, it's funny. It's funny how these streets are. Dudes can speak the most vile things about Kevin. But these cats are cool now. As long as that money coming in. Yo, I'm telling you, all you gotta do is just look at the streets. Oh, am I talking? Oh, you feel uncomfortable? Ringo's talking about, oh, hit dogs holler, right? You mad? What's going on, fam? Yo, lead, bro. Go put on your hoodie and come on camera and talk about that interview. And let's hear your legal advice. These guys are clowns. Attorneys turn podcasters. But they don't got no real legal advice when it comes to a man dying. Y'all ain't investigating nothing. All that expertise a waste. But y'all got time to talk about gossip and BS. What's going on, man? Why don't y'all talk to the viewers? Tell them the truth. Why y'all not investigating this man's death? Y'all just focusing on the bread, right? Money, right? It's all about that money, man. No integrity, right? Go put on your hood, bro. Come on camera. Talk about it. Ringo, why don't you react to the video with the woman on that interview? React to what? It's made up. It's fake. It's not real. It's not real. It was fabricated. It's a trap. I peep game, fam. I'm too smart for these cats. I can see through it. I see guilt. I see somebody that can't sleep at night. Can't sleep. This man was murdered and nobody investigated who came to his apartment, what time they left, how long he known this woman. Nobody investigated this. You gonna believe what this other guy says? I don't believe nothing that guy says. Nothing. Nobody could convince me that dude that did that interview is legit. I'm from the streets. I can tell. I can look at people. Listen, fam. Anybody that have any sort of street sense, you could just look at certain cats and you just know they not good. I could look at certain people and just know this is the kind of person that line people up, bro. Real talk. I don't trust people, bro. I could look at you in your eyes and I could peep the game. Let's examine my tapes, bro. I'm gonna examine my own tapes so we can find out what's going on in these streets. Let me see if I can bring this thing out right here. We're gonna review my own tape that I did in my other live stream. Well, I was talking about these issues, man. We're gonna examine this tape here. Cause these cats don't like me and I don't like them either. I ain't friends with none of them. Real talk. I ain't trying to be friends, friend. My job is to the people. I work for the people. I'm a people person. My job is to bring the truth to the community that want to know what went down with Kevin. Because y'all blinding the minds of the people by trying to paint this woman as some sort of hero when we don't even know who she is. Why is she not on camera? Hello? For all we know, this is AI voice. She ain't even on camera, bro. You mean to tell me you don't even got the audacity? You don't even got the ability to come on camera and speak to the people. But I'm gonna listen to a phone call and take that serious. Fam, I'm from the streets, bro. From the hood. We gotta see you eye to eye. We gotta read you. We ain't listening to no phone calls, bro. We gotta see you face to face. I gotta look you in your eye so I can see when you lying. When have you ever had court and you don't see people show up? When have you ever seen a trial where people are having trial and all you hear is a voice and you don't see no face? Make that make sense? You got to show up to the court. And what happens when somebody don't show up to the court? They throw the case out. I mean, if dude ain't gonna show up to court, obviously he must be guilty about something. So we're gonna end the trial right there. If this woman that was with Kevin is a hero. She should be on camera for the world to see, so that the people can read her body language, look at her facial expressions, so that we can examine, is she speaking the truth? We don't want to hear no phone calls. That's BS. Nice try, though. But when Ringo TV is on the case, we bring out the truth by spitting logic. I do reaction videos. I'm not reacting to a phone call, especially a phone call interview. Nah. Now, if it's a phone call where it's a 911 phone call, that's different, because that's not an interview. So you could react to that kind of phone call because it's an actual person calling 911. We already did all of that already. And we pulled all the clues and exposed the truth. But now you interviewing someone, I'm sure you were able to see her. See, the one doing the interview, he can see her. But you, the people that's listening, you can't. Somebody got something to hide. I mean, you gonna take somebody serious that is doing a phone call interview and you don't even know who they talking to? That could be anybody. It may not even be the woman that was there. Just fabricate it for views. And y'all believe it. This is what I'm saying. It's like, how y'all can't see this, bro? How come these friends of Kevin ain't questioning how this dude know this woman enough so that he's doing interviews? It's amazing. So all you cats in the space that claim you rock with Kevin, you gonna tell me you really believe that nobody went through Kevin's DMs to find personal information that is not for their eyes? Y'all really want me to believe that these people are so loyal that they didn't peep to see what Kevin was into? It's a dirty game, bro. Imagine someone gaining access to your social media, your DMs, your Instagram. They're able to see everything, all your messages, who you message, what you had to say about certain people. You probably have messages with Kevin talking about other people that he worked with in a negative way, and they got those receipts. That type of information is nobody's business, y'all. When a man die, everything else is supposed to die with him. When someone take hold of someone's social media, you gotta question what is going on. The way they took over this man's social media so quick, it's a red flag, bro. When did Kevin ever introduce his daughter on camera? Never seen that. He never introduced her on camera, never said anything about her other than, oh yeah, I got a daughter. But that was it. You never seen him doing anything. So it will appear like, damn, did you even have a relationship with her? Because she has a social media. And when you go to her social media, he ain't even on her page. I kid you not. I told you already that I found her Instagram. Dude ain't even on her Instagram. You would think that there would be photos, this, that. There's nothing there. She's living her own life. It's as if though dude wasn't even in her life. So I'm putting the puzzle together and I'm like, who's running this man's platforms? And why y'all keep rehashing old videos? The man is dead. You know why? Somebody's trying to make money off that man's platform, y'all. Nobody should be supporting that, man. The man is dead. There's no new videos coming out. So who keep taking his old videos, making YouTube shorts and trying to rehash videos? Come on, man. That's not the daughter, bro. That's not the daughter, fam. She's not doing that, bro. Somebody else got access, fam. And they watching the money, y'all. And hear this, the money getting low. The money's not going up, the money's going down. They trying to keep it alive. You thought the money was gonna last forever, right? I bet you thought it. Nah, that's not how ad revenue works. It starts to go down. See, when Kevin was here, it brought a lot of traffic, but being that he's not here, the traffic is not the same no more. So the ad revenue is going down, down, down. You know when you go to your YouTube studio and you see that little arrow when ad revenue is going up and it has an arrow pointing up? Everybody loves when it shows that. But when you see that arrow pointing down, that's when you start to panic. And that's what it is when they keep uploading old videos, trying to get new revenue. Desperate. Man is dead, fam. People trying to make money off him. Imagine that. The man is gone and somebody is on his platform re-uploading old videos. You got YouTube channels that are created right now. You have channels that are out here right now where the entire YouTube channel is nothing but Kevin Samuels clips and it's all monetized. You have YouTube channels right now that have nothing but Kevin Samuels clips. And these people are making $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month. Who's running those channels? And why those channels are still around? Being that none of the content belong to those people, they're not doing reaction videos, so they can't use fair use. So how is it that those channels are still there? Who's running them? Because they're faceless accounts. So what's really going on? Who's banking? Who's doing this? I'm telling you, man, Kevin is spinning in his grave, crying out, saying, please, somebody, speak for me. That's why I'm speaking. I'm speaking on behalf of Kevin Samuels. Not like these other fakes in the space that act like they really care about that man, because they don't. They care about money. That's all they care about. Most of these cats is happy Kevin is not here. Most of these cats' channels was able to grow because Kevin is not here. And they're happy about it. They're like, yes, finally I can make some money. And it's the truth. That's why they mad with me. Y'all can be mad all y'all want. I don't care. Go make videos about Boyce. Because if your audiences ever hear about Ringo TV, or they're going to be over here. They ain't going to watch y'all. Never again. Because they're going to listen to me and they're going to hear the sincerity in my voice and real recognize real. That's why you can't recognize it, because you're not real. You're fake. All it takes is just a few followers of yours to watch my video. And they're going to question every last one of y'all. Because they're going to realize that y'all just hustling after this man died. And nobody really cares about his death. Or he died of a heart attack. How do you know that? What caused the heart attack? Did somebody put drugs in a drink? Did somebody put drugs in food? Was Kevin Samuels allegedly drugged over a course of period of time? Was there some sort of agent or some sort of poison used over a period of time to cause this situation to happen, to make it look natural? Remember, you got people in the medical field that know a lot. They know how to use certain things, and they can make it look one way. And it look real good on paper. It'll look clean. I mean, think about this, fam. Imagine you out here messing around with a woman, and she's supposed to be in the medical field. What are the odds? You get in a heart attack and you end up dead. Now, we examined the phone call. We examined that phone call. It was very, very telling. Because there is no way you could be on a phone talking and doing CPR. We would hear it in your voice. We would hear your breathing change, because with all of those compressions that you have to make, you're going to get tired. If anybody had CPR training, you know what I'm talking about. So between doing CPR, panicking, and communicating with the person on the end, you heard no breathing from the woman. As if though I'm out of breath, I'm tired, I'm doing all this work. None. We examined the tapes already. So how come these content creators ain't talking about that? Y'all been caught already, fam. That's why, listen, that's why these cats hate me, bro. They hate me, bro. Kevin Samuels was lined up, y'all. They wanted him out. This is why you got to always follow the money. Follow who's making the money. Follow who stands to benefit. A lot of these platforms are actually agents, bro. I don't trust none of them. I'm just keeping it a beam. And when you don't trust this one and that one, you got to also look at who they're connected to and look at how they rise as well. Just follow the money. Follow the money, fam. Where's the investigation? Where is it? This guy knows. He made it very clear that Kevin Samuels was taken out.
I think that, what was his name? Samuels. He just died recently. Had the podcast. There was, the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
Is there a ritual attached to seeing black men in dresses?
He was eliminated. That's what happened. He was eliminated, and everyone is acting as if though it don't matter no more. It's really, really sad, fam. Let me examine my tapes so we could continue to break this thing down. Because this is real. And the people got to know what's going on. because they don't want you to think outside the box. They don't want you to question nothing. They just want you to just go with the narrative and just kind of leave everything alone. Nah, we can't do that. We got to examine what happened to this man. So I'm going to rewind back the tape so that we can pretty much respond to my tape from what I did yesterday and break this thing down even more. We're reviewing my own video. Let's go. So, the question is, who murdered Kevin Samuels? Who murdered him? Real good question. There's a lot of strange things going on. But I gotta ask the question. Who murdered Kevin Samuels? We've been investigating this story for a long time, and I've been putting the pieces together. I'm in these streets. I got my eyes to the streets. I see things, I hear things. And in my humble opinion, Kevin Samuels was murdered, and it was an inside job. See, I'm in these streets. And when you're in the streets teach you some things. The streets will show you what's really going on. Kevin's death was an inside job. An inside job, y'all. There's a lot of things that happen that's inside jobs. When they took out Kennedy, inside job, fam. You gonna tell me they didn't know that was coming? They knew that. That was a part of the plan. I tried to warn y'all, I tried to tell y'all this, but y'all don't believe me. So what exactly is going on, Ringo? What's happening here? There's an interview that have surfaced. And my better judgment tells me that this interview was staged, fabricated, put together, because, in my opinion, the people who took Kevin out, they can't sleep. They can't. It's eating at their heart, knowing what was done. See, I'm in these streets. So I kind of put things together. See, Kevin was a private man. Kevin was the type of dude that did his thing and he kept it private. But when he died, there was somebody there that was with him. Where's the FBI? Where the feds at? No investigation. Nothing on the news. It been like, what, 3 years? And all of a sudden, bruh man wanna pop up with an interview talking about, oh, I got an exclusive interview with the woman that was with Kevin. And when you think about this, for him to even have this interview, right? You have to question everything. You have to question this because if you listen to the interview, clearly it's staged and clearly it's to do damage control. People on social media are going to always have their opinions. That's what makes social media social media. It's the fact that we can share our ideas and share our thoughts and opinions and criticism, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. Doesn't really matter how you feel. If you don't like the criticism, stay off of social media. But don't get mad when people got something to say and now it puts you on the spot. It's just like dude doing this interview with this woman. All it does is invites criticism. It's not going to make people stay quiet. It's going to make people question what you're talking about. And again, based on what I've heard, I didn't hear anything that convinced me that this woman was some sort of hero. She needs to be investigated along with these people that claim they're Kevin's friends. All of these people need to be investigated. The financial matters concerning Kevin Samuels need to be investigated. In other words, who's controlling his finances? What's the paperwork looking like? The books? Who's managing these things? There needs to be an audit. There needs to be, we need to find out where money went. These are the things that needs to be done. There need to be an internal investigation, not just some fake friendships. Well, you know, ever since he passed away, I kind of took care of business behind the scene to set things up so the daughter could be good. I don't want to hear none of that mess. We need professional people that can look into all of the money matters concerning Kevin Samuels so they could examine what really happened. You get it? We need to examine his books, transactions, who accessed his accounts, how many times, Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal. There needs to be an internal investigation to find out, was there foul play? Was someone accessing these accounts, taking money for themselves? These are things that needs to be done. But see, these guys in the space that claim they're his friends, for some reason, they don't care about none of this. All you got to do is just follow the money. Because everything everyone does is always motivated by money. And when people are greedy, they're going to make mistakes. Greedy people normally make a lot of mistakes. All you got to do is find the money. Follow the money. It'll give you everything you need to know. Kevin Samuels took a lot of these cats down into Brooklyn to show them some money-making opportunities that he had in the works. Those plans never came through. Right after he passed, it's crazy how this dude was trying to recruit content creators. Like, nobody trusts you, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you... Who do you think you are trying to speak for this man, bro? Like, you trying to... Like, somebody need you. Like, somebody need you to be who they are. Nobody need you. There's a lot of red flags, man. And I want to talk about that, man. Because bruh man always looked suspect from the beginning. Because I keep my eyes to the streets. And when I see certain cats around certain people, I could tell they don't belong there. You ever seen a situation where you in the hood and everybody could be chilling and then somebody coming up and y'all could spot them a mile away? Dude is standing out too much. He just look out of place. Yo, you know dude? Nah, I never seen dude before. Yo, bro, you know that cat? Nah, I never seen him, bro. That's all we need to know. Dude not from around here. We don't know dude. So who is that? That's police. Or it's the ops. They come to do some dirt. So now we all on edge now. Now we watching. And normally, the judgment of these brothers is correct. It is the ops or it's police trying to come through. If you live in the hood, you know who in the hood. When you live in the hood, you have a visual memory of everybody that live around. You just know there's a certain way people walk, a certain way people talk. And when somebody's an outsider and they come in, we could see how they move. Kevin had people around him that didn't look like him, didn't fit in. And you could look at them and you could tell this person looked grimy. Person looked like a snake. I'm just keeping it a bean. But Kevin didn't understand the streets. That's where he was lacking. If he would have had the understanding of recognizing the signs, he could have picked up on the game and be like, hold on now. Dude, you getting a little too comfortable, bro. You can't be around me no more, fam. And he would have cut certain people off from the beginning, but he was too nice. The advice he tried to give on camera was one thing, but he was lacking himself. With the amount of attention he was getting, Kevin should have been more on point in terms of who's around him and the gifts they give him. Always be concerned when people give you gifts. Remember, there was a video clip where you saw one dude gave him cologne. And you see Kevin on camera unboxing the cologne. Be very careful with that. Because based on what I know, cologne could be laced. You spraying that stuff on you every day. You breathing in. It's on your skin. And over time, things start happening. Start happening. This is how people get got, bro. Gifts. Somebody give you a coat, a sweater. Yo, bro, put on the sweater, bro. Yo, you just gave it to me, fam. I'll put it on later. Nah, put it on now, man. We'll see how it look on you. They laced up the sweater, bro. Something's on that sweater. Put some fentanyl on the sweater, something on the sweater. I don't know. Next minute, you checking out. You got to watch out how people line you up. You got to peep game. Somebody you don't really know like that, they offering you gifts. You got to be like, giving you expensive cologne collections and whatnot. Like, they know you like cologne. Come on now. Well, you know, I thought we were thinking about you for your birthday, so we decided to do this for you. Okay. If you got that for your birthday, some cologne, right? From Cat, right? Okay, cool. What about the other content creators that claim they're your friends? Did they also give you gifts? Hello? Did they all give you gifts? Because if gifts only came from one person, you getting lined up. That's called love bombing. See, every time somebody give you a gift, it's not a time to take it, bro. Sometimes you gotta, nah, I'm good. But I bought you this set, fam. I'm telling you, you'll love this. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's a gift, bro. I mean, I'm good, bro. If you have that kind of sense, you'll turn it down. But like, I'm good. I could go buy it myself. I'm a millionaire. I got money. I'm good. I don't really know you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a bean. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I just don't know you like that to be accepting gifts. It's just like if you're a woman and you just met a man and he's all something all generous, giving you these gifts and come on, you can't peep the game? You can't peep the game? Number one, he's trying to smash. He's love bombing you. You supposed to pick up on the signs, woman, and say like, nah, I can't accept that gift. I can't accept it. Dude gonna get mad if you don't accept the gift. Why? Because he's setting you up. Now my ears is to the streets. I see these things. I seen all the videos. Dude prancing around with a woman claiming he's engaged. Okay, you engaged to shorty? All right. Is she your wife right now? Or was that a part of the play to make Kevin believe that you legit? Hey, bro, man. Yo, that woman you engaged to, fam. Yo, she's beautiful, man. Like, where you found her? Oh, her? Hey, I got somebody you can meet. She got a lot of friends. Hello? Oh, she got friends. Am I putting the puzzle together? See, I'm too close. That's why I'm dangerous. Because Kevin didn't get with a so-called black woman. He didn't get with a white woman. He got with a Spanish woman. Peep the game. How did he connect with her? Where did he meet her? Who brought that woman to Kevin is the question you need to ask yourself. Hey, bro, that woman you engaged to, man, hey, she's beautiful, fam. Oh, her? Yeah, I met her through your Facebook. Okay, so why you ain't married? I'm telling you, man, it's like, I already know what it is. This is too easy. I can see through this. But everybody else, they just acting like they don't see. Everybody acting like they don't see. And shout out to everybody that supported the show. I know some people hit the super chat. I didn't read your comments. I ain't see it. But salute to everybody out there. I think Rollo was one of them and somebody else. I don't know how to go back and see those super chats, but my bad. You know, I'm working right now, fam. I'm on a case. So you know I'm moving. But shout out to Tony for the support. I see you, bro. This is work right here. This is real work. And it's something that I had to put together because, and I'm speaking in 100% code. All the suspects, they already know who they are. They don't like me. I know that. My hope and goal is that you can see through the BS and not be deceived any longer. Because I could peep the game and I recognize what's being done. Kevin was murdered and everyone is playing like they don't see it. The man is literally crying from his grave, hoping that somebody can do an investigation to bring justice. Trust me. You? So let me get this straight. Kevin, in his last video, this is how I know what I'm talking about. Peep game. In Kevin's last video, a woman walked by. Kevin got upset. He was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to protect you." Which means he ain't want nobody to know who she was. So how bruh man got access to this woman and doing interviews? The streets is talking. See, it's something about the streets. The streets don't lie. There's certain things in the streets you just put together and you just could see what it is. Kevin ain't want nobody to know who Shorty was. That was supposed to be a secret. Kevin didn't want nobody to know who Shorty was. She walked into the frame of the video. We all saw it, and we were like, yo, who that? We thought Kevin was official in terms of, you know, not allowing women in his business. Like, how you live streaming, you running a business, and you got a woman up in the crib distracting you. That was sloppy work on Kevin's part. And that most likely led to him dying. I'm telling you, that right there is a major clue, because we thought Kevin rocked solo and focused on doing his work. But when we saw that woman and Kevin's facial expression, he was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, whoa. Because he ain't want nobody to see who she was. He said, I'm protecting you. So the question is, who was that? What does she look like? And also, how many people were in his house? Because we don't know. This is why camera footage is very important. This is why camera footage is very important. It's so interesting. In New York, you had a situation where somebody had a woman in a duffel bag, like some sort of, like she dead. This like breaking news just happened, like, right? You know what I mean? In an apartment complex. And they said that surveillance footage showed individuals coming in and out of the building by the apartment or whatever the case is. So how come the feds and them know that, but when it comes to Kevin's situation, nobody's watching no tapes? The woman is dead inside of like a briefcase, like duffel bag, like them when you traveling, like the body is in there in New York. I keep telling you, people out here getting killed every day. You had a situation just yesterday, right out in Brooklyn, a dude on the train, you know what I mean, have an argument with another dude. He pulled out his burner. Rather than him handle business, he busy running his mouth. The other dude end up taking his gun from him and end up shooting him. And I believe he got shot in the head. I believe the dude is dead. I'm not sure. I ain't go deeper into the story, but that's how it went down. You cats in Brooklyn, you already done know what it is. People dying every single day. How dude pull out a gun and somebody take your gun from you and shoot you with your own gun? This is why, if you carrying a gun, bro, number one, don't pull out your burner and walk up to somebody. You're going to take it out, man. Use your gun, bro. Don't be taking out guns in the street and you ain't using them. Because now you gave dude enough time to take your weapon from you. You know? And they got the dude that did it. The dude that shot the other dude, they got him. Police got him in custody. I believe he's like 32 years old. I think they took the other dude to the hospital for surgery or something like that. I don't know if he's dead or alive. I got to go back to the story, see what happened. You know what I mean? But notice how they got surveillance, they got footage, they see what's what. So my thing is, in the case with Kevin, how come they don't got surveillance on the woman coming to his crib? Or possibly other people coming to the apartment after he died? Because I don't want to hear that this dude is dead and nobody else didn't come there to possibly, allegedly assist in what went down. It could have been somebody there that allegedly assisted in this situation. Let's go. Hold on. Let me see what we got. Okay. Hold on. Wrong video. But based off my better intuition, my better judgment, based on how it looked to me from a street's perspective, Kevin was lined up. Kevin was lined up, fam. Straight like that. He was lined up. Let's put it together. Kevin had a so-called Facebook group. Remember that? Put the puzzle together. Those of you that understand the history, all you that are in here and you don't have a clue what's going on, you better go back to class and learn the history. Now, Kevin had a so-called Facebook group. A particular no-name content creator claimed that Kevin caused him to meet a woman.
So dude dead or what? You said facts. Homie got blasted in the dome cause he was fronting. Is he dead? Cause I didn't go back to the story to find out. It was big news. It was all over Citizens app. My whole phone was blowing up. I'm like, damn, bro. Dude got smoked with his own gun, bro. Imagine you get smoked with your own gun, bro. That's crazy, fam.
And he's engaged. Till today.
Yeah.
Where is the wedding bells to that engagement?
Where is it?
Listen.
If dude is engaged and he claimed he got engaged through Kevin's Facebook group. Y'all remember when Kevin was talking about that? How, his group caused this guy to get engaged? Okay, where's the wedding? Because every time you saw that dude, you saw that woman. Where is she now? Can somebody answer the question, where is she now? Where is she now? Where did the engagement go? Why the other content creators ain't talking about this? This is a conspiracy, fam. And I'm going to talk about it because it's a mystery. And all mysteries need to be solved. Do you understand? And it's really crazy. But this is what's going on in today's day with people. They just not paying attention. Just like a lot of you in the comments asking crazy questions. What's the guy's name on the video? You don't read the title? Like you're not watching, you're not paying attention? What's the matter with you? You can't see? You can't see, right? We're going to really play these games, right? You didn't read the title, right? You're watching a live stream. You didn't read the title. It's amazing. But this is what we got to deal with. Nobody's paying attention. We played the video 1,000 times. Nobody's paying attention. It's really crazy out here, man. We're dealing with real issues and people asking crazy questions. You know? I mean, check this out. You got a troll in the comments saying, since when did Ringo care about KS? He was roasting him. The question you need to ask yourself is, why are you here? Because this is not about caring about Kevin. This is about caring about the truth. Something you don't care about. If you're a fan of Kevin, why you don't care? You don't care. So why are you here? I'm not a fan of Kevin. When did I say I'm a fan of Kevin? Everybody knows that. So what exactly are you trying to prove? Because I'm one of his critics, I shouldn't be trying to do no investigation on how he died? See, you think that I just shouldn't care. But the truth is, you don't care. So why are you here? Why are you even watching me? Shouldn't you be at work? Shouldn't you be doing your job? Why are you watching me? Because you're an agent sent to be a distraction to waste everybody's time. Weren't you in my comments before? What is your job? Why are you here? Why are you concerned with me speaking on this issue? This is how you know that you have people that are agents. Since when did Ringo care about KS? He was roasting him daily. Roasting? That's what you call it? No, it's called speaking truth. You know, just like how when Anton was talking about Boyce, how Boyce Watkins talk about how Kevin Samuels attacked women and black men attack black women. What did Anton say? Oh, you're using the wrong words. You know? You're using the wrong words. He wasn't attacking. He was speaking the truth. But you call it roasting when I'm speaking the truth about Kevin Samuels' hypocrisy. And you think that's going to change the narrative? You think you're going to persuade the viewers not to listen? The viewers are locked in, fam. They're already convinced. You know why? Because I have the ability to convince the audience by bringing out the obvious questions, to show people the real. Think about that. Think about that. You have a person who is literally watching me, caring about what I'm doing, but asking me, why do I care? But they're watching me, spending their time watching me. If that don't convince you as an audience that there is a conspiracy, a cover-up of the death of Kevin Samuels, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, fam. That someone would literally spend their day watching me, worrying about what I'm saying to you. That's how powerful my voice is. Do you understand? Because, see, the audience already know something ain't right. You didn't even have to have me to tell you. Me speaking on these issues is only confirming to you what you already knew. You felt this inside, that Kevin was murdered. You just don't know who it is. There are suspects out here. Somebody know what happened. All you got to do is follow the money, follow the friends, follow the people that were around him, and do the investigation. And look at how everybody's moving. And look at how everyone is growing after he died. Put it together, and you'll get the truth that you need. On Kevin Samuels' final hours, a woman walked by in his video. He didn't want the world to know who she was. He didn't want nobody to know who she was. But all of a sudden, the same dude is doing interviews after 3 years. He put the woman's name all up in the title, and I don't want no name dropping in my chat. You dropping any names, I'm blocking you. Dude put the woman's name all up in the title, which makes it public information. By putting someone's name in a title, you made it public. So the person in question is not private. You made it a public affair on a platform open to public scrutiny. Talking about he got an exclusive interview. You tell me how you got an exclusive interview, but the lead attorney don't. How you got an exclusive interview and Anton Daniels don't. How you got an interview and media tutorials and reviews don't. Think about that. All of those people have larger platforms. How come this woman didn't go to them to tell her story? Because she don't know them. That's all you got to do. Her not going to those other platforms, it means one thing. She don't know those guys. But she went to this guy. And it's my opinion she know him. It is my personal belief that Kevin was introduced to this woman by this man. That's my opinion. I don't believe that Kevin just randomly walked outside and saw this woman on the street and said, hey, I'm shooting my shot, hello. He was introduced. Do you understand me? Kevin was a busy guy. He didn't really have time to really meet certain women, and he was always leery about the kind of women he meet. So if he's going to meet a woman, someone had to say, hey, bro, I know the perfect woman for you to meet. You do? Yeah. She's sweet, attractive. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all putting it together? I'm telling you, fam, keep your eyes to the streets. How you got an interview and O'Shea don't? How come O'Shea didn't get an interview? How come O'Shea didn't get no interview, fam? Everybody know O'Shea is the best interviewer on YouTube. You got to give him credit where credit is due. He interviewed everybody. He interviewed a lot of people. He didn't interview me. I believe I was offered, but I declined. But my point is, how come this woman didn't go to him and said, hey, I know you was one of his friends. You spoke well of him. I would like to share my story because, you know what I mean, I just don't feel good and I want the world to know the truth. So could I come on your platform on camera? Because I took a look at your work and it seemed like you're the guy to go to do these interviews. That didn't happen. She went to that guy. These are just red flags that I see. I mean, you would go to the best source to get the proper recognition. I mean, if you're really going to reach the people, let's do it the right way. Now, I don't want to see none of you content creators do an interview now. I don't want to see none of y'all do no interviews now. Don't even do it now. Because if you do it now, if we see that woman on any of you guys' platforms trying to do some interview, we know you watch my video, and the only reason why you're doing it is because I said it. That's the only reason why. So don't even do it. So if you got it in the works, scratch that off the drawing board because Ringo's on to you. Don't even do it now. Because the only reason why you're doing it is because you know that I spoke on it and you're now trying to reach the people that way. No, it's too late. Ringo already exposed everything. So anybody that's watching now, make sure you have the dates, timestamps. If you see or hear about an interview with said woman on any of these other people platforms, they're doing it because I'm talking about this. And it's going to expose suspects that are a part of this issue here. I promise you, what I'm saying is just, man, I'm speaking so much truth. It's so much info coming out, man. You just got to write it down. If you see any interviews coming out from anyone else other than that one individual who I know is not a cool person, then you know there are other suspects involved who is being a part of this conspiracy. Because Kevin was murdered. Do we have stone cold facts on who did it? Who pulled the trigger? No. But we do have clues, and we do have suspects that need to be investigated. Where are the feds to investigate this? Where is law enforcement to look into this case? You know? Because the man was clearly murdered. And I'm not going to sit back and not speak on it when it's right there. It's right in everybody's face and nobody's paying attention. They got larger platforms. If they were going to be an interview, it would be on a larger platform. Right. But you got it. See, when you're in these streets, you put things together, the math ain't mathing. Let me tell y'all something. When Kevin did that live stream, it wasn't meant, or should I say, the Most High made us see the visual of a woman's hand with a glass, a wine glass, which means there was drinking involved. Something was going down. And that particular woman, whoever she is, whoever was in that house, was under the influence of alcohol. But yet, police didn't investigate nothing. Nobody's investigating nothing, right? It was meant for us to see that image. If we would have never seen that there was a woman there that night, nobody would be talking about a woman. Nobody would be talking about nothing. Because nobody wouldn't know to investigate anything. That's how we were able to find out the tapes in terms of the phone call, the 911 call, which was very, very suspicious. We broke down all the clues. Even that call was suspect. If you're a medical professional, there's certain training and certain things you have. You ain't gonna be panicking like you going crazy. Not when you're a medical professional. It don't happen like that. You have training. When your training kick in, you do what you were trained to do. You don't sit there panicking and going crazy, and no. And when you're doing CPR, you get tired. After all that CPR, you can't be on the phone talking to somebody verbally, and I don't hear you breathing heavy. You should be breathing heavy. You should be sweating. When you're doing real CPR, you start to sweat now. Have any of you ever had CPR training and you're really, really doing it? You start to perspire a little bit, man. So what's really going on? And why nobody's talking about it? See, I'm the guy that ruffle up the feathers. I'm the guy that come into the space, talk about the real issues, and everybody that's trying to make that money, they get upset because it's like, man, Ringo over here is, man, he's speaking some real interesting things, and he's convincing the people, man, like that this was not some natural thing that happened to Kevin, that he was murdered, man. Come on now. What's going on, man? Like, we got to try to cover this thing up a little bit more, man. You guys are doing sloppy job, man. You know, the streets is talking. It's not looking right. This man is spinning in his grave right now because everybody out here is focusing on making money and nobody's talking about, well, what really happened in that house, man? How you going to do an interview with somebody and try to paint the person as a hero? You don't know them. If you don't even know that individual, how you painting them as a hero? And then you got all these clowns in the live chat like, yeah, she's a hero. How? How? You don't know her. How is a person a hero because they gave CPR? Do you even know if they did it or not? Where's the video proof? Where's the video proof? And if this person was there, do they not have video on a cell phone? Did she take video of what was going on, being that she was there? Did she take out her own cell phone to record like, hey guys, I'm here, I don't know what to do? Where's that video? Where's the proof? How do you know, did she even do CPR, y'all? For all you know, Kevin was already dead already. Been dead. You were not there. You don't know. This is why we have investigations. To prove what was done. Y'all siding with people as heroes and don't even know them. That's insanity. That's crazy. Let's get back to the tape, man. How dude got connections to reach with this woman? How? How he got it? How he's able to get on a phone with a woman that he don't even know. And how come all the other guys in the space don't have access? How is this woman so exclusive to him? Y'all can't peep that? Again, my opinion is, dude, no shorty, bro. There's no way you could tell me that like y'all don't know each other, fam. I'm not buying that, oh, I just got an exclusive. No, man. Sounds to me like you know somebody. You busy telling everybody all these things about Kevin. How you know all of this? How you know he was planning to get married? How you know all of this? It goes back to those DM messages, y'all. I told you, whoever have access to this man's page is going to know a lot of things about him, bro. A lot of things that nobody don't supposed to know. Kevin didn't share none of that mess with nobody else. And if a woman is really true, let me show you how this is filed. If a woman is really true, she's not going to be online telling everybody their personal business. She ain't going to be online pillow talking, fam. If she really had love and respect for Kevin, she would not be online sharing any intimate details about anything with her and that man. Do you understand? Nothing. She would not be out there sharing anything about that man because it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business about, oh, you know, he was planning to have a son and he was planning. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. That man was not planning to get married, fam. That man had a woman in the house for whatever reason, and that's it. Nobody was supposed to know. She walked into the frame of the camera. We were not supposed to know that she was there that night. We were not supposed to know. But yet everybody's acting like they don't hear and they don't see. Everybody's talking about Boyce Watkins. You know? These guys don't care. They act like they're alarmed when somebody talk about Kevin. Ooh, who's disrespecting Kevin? Like he's their savior. They're literally upholding Kevin Samuels as if though he's Jesus Christ. Literally. And that's crazy. I've seen people in my comments comparing Kevin Samuels to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Are you out of your mind? He's a regular podcaster like everybody else. You put him on the level of a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King as if though he was out here fighting the machine and the system, leading black people. Are you kidding me? He was a podcaster who spoke about black women. And you compared him to Malcolm X. How disrespectful could you be? It's crazy. This is what they did. They literally compared him to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I kid you not. Even in my last video, go to my last video, go in the comment section. A guy literally compared Kevin Samuels to these particular individuals. And on other platforms, they're doing the same thing too. The interview was staged, fam. The interview was staged. And anybody that had anything to say, their comments was being deleted. This is how you know that it's not about getting down to the case on what really happened. Their job was not to really question what happened, but more or less to clear the other person from any sort of criticism from the public. It was one-sided. And also to anybody in Yard in Jamaica, what's the verdict on Vibes? What's the verdict? Because yesterday I missed all the commotion. I'm hearing that the man is free or something along those lines. What's going on with that case? I got to look into it. I got to look in and see if they free Vibes Cartel, man. They had something going on, a hearing or something going on yesterday. I didn't even see it. I didn't even know what was going on. They squashed the case. So then he's free. Oh, so they still got to go back to the courts again. They need to just free that man. They need to just free him, man. So he could get back to the music and do what he need to do, man. But let's get back to the case here. I gotta look into the Vibes situation and see what's going on with it. But yet the lead attorney don't got no interviews exclusive. He got a larger platform. It would be great to have an interview over there. I mean, heck, O'Shea is one of the best interviewers on YouTube. He been doing this for a minute. How come he ain't get the interview? Media tutorials. He's almost at 1 million subs. Interview could have went down over there. So hold up. Y'all ain't hit up Anton? Let me tell you something, man. All these YouTubers is fake, bro. All these YouTubers is fake. It's really all about the money at the end of the day. They all fake. I know this is real, what I'm speaking on, because they'll fight one another, talk about one another, and when they start focusing on making money and subscribers and views and all that stuff, all of a sudden they put all of their difference aside and try to act like they back together now, like they all cool. But really, they're not really cool. Everybody's fake. I peep the game, fam. That's why I'm not a part of nobody's clique. You know what I mean? I don't trust nobody in this space, man. I really don't. A lot of these people is fake, fam. This Kevin situation is really proving my point in what's going down. Something ain't right out here, man. They set this man up, and nobody's taking accountability for what went down. When you interview someone, you got to ask the tough questions. If you sound like you're defending the person in question, you know them personally. Always take that from how to understand when somebody lying 101. When you interviewing someone, you cannot sound like you're trying to defend the person you're interviewing. Once you do that, it's not an interview. It's you being their attorney, trying to clear their name from the court of public opinion. A real interviewer asks the tough questions, even if it's not welcome. They have to ask it because the people want to know. But if you're interviewing someone and your questions or whatever the case is one-sided and it sounds like you defending the person, like, I don't want nobody talking about this person. I don't want, you know the person. That's the first thing that is going to tell me. Case in point. We in the streets. I gave you some work. It come up missing. You were with this particular dude. He was at the crib. He took the work. I'm like, yo, it's on site when I see him. You being from the hood, you supposed to know you supposed to know how it is. If he took the money, he took the work, you supposed to know what's coming. You supposed to know what's coming next. But now if I run up on him and you're like, yo, come on, bro, hold on, wait. What do you mean, come on, wait? Bro, he took the work, he took the bread. Like, what are you defending him? You supposed to know the principles. If he took money out our pocket, it's on site. Ain't no talking. So why you defending him? Oh, you were working with him. You see how that just came out? You were working with him the whole time. So now, if he's having an interview and he's defending the individual, what does that mean? That means there's a possibility that he knows the individual. Do you understand? That means that there's a possibility that he knows the individual. See, in order to understand what's going on here, you got to understand the streets. Not like these idiots that come into my live chat talking crap. Those person don't know nothing. They could get got easy. They don't have no sense of what's going on out here. Because what I'm talking about is real. When you understand how it is in the streets, you can look at these situations going online and you can see the MO. Kevin was lined up. He didn't die no regular heart attack just like that. No, the man was lined up. Something else happened. And a lot of people involved benefited and they hide in their hands right now. Can't trust it. You can't trust what's going on, fam. Let's go. He was at the funeral. I mean, come on now. Tutorials was he was at the funeral. If there's anybody that's gonna do an interview with Shorty, it would be the cats that's at the funeral. How come the cats that were at the funeral didn't do the interview? Come on. How come all of Kevin's friends weren't at the funeral? So they couldn't drop everything they were doing to take that flight? Always question people when they don't show up to the funeral, fam. Always question those who don't show up. I don't want to hear nothing about you being busy. If that's your mans and them, you supposed to show up. You know? Let's go. But dude wasn't even at the funeral. Dude wasn't even there. He wasn't. So how you getting exclusive interviews? Why would a woman that was rocking, check this out, fam. Why would a woman that allegedly got love for Kevin, right, would go and take an interview with a man that didn't even show up to his funeral? Make that make sense. Why would a woman do that? You gonna take a man serious? He didn't even show up to the man's funeral? Nah. You would want to go to the man or the man that was at the funeral, because at least they went. Those are the guys you would seek out. But that didn't happen. So what's going on here? What's going on? See, I'm not delusional. I'm not foolish. I understand there's a play at hand. You, the viewer, need to think about what I'm saying, because I'm giving you a lot to think about. Kevin never told us he was trying to get married. He never did. Kevin told us in all his videos, he said he's never getting married. That's right. He said that many times. Yep. But bruh man is trying to parade this narrative that Kevin was trying to settle down and get married. Nope. He never told us that. Kevin made it very clear in his videos that he's not getting married. Man was divorced twice. They trying to make it seem like he was trying to start a family. No. Not at his age. He was not thinking about that. That's a lie. Not Kevin. Kevin said, I'm trying to protect you to the woman, meaning I don't want nobody to know who you is. Nobody was supposed to know about her, man. No one. So if Kevin didn't want nobody to know about her, why dude keep trying to make the world know about her? Trying to clear her name. Because of guilt, bro. Guilt. If somebody is not guilty, they would not be spending their time trying to prove they didn't do something. And number two, I don't care how anybody feel. If somebody's doing an interview this serious, you got to be on camera. You got to be on camera so the world can see you and see your face, see your body language, so that they can judge. And you got to be prepared for the criticism too. Because if you were there when that man died, people are going to think you were a suspect automatically. Because there was a little argument between them two on air during a live show. And I know after the camera turned off, Kevin had to have a couple of words with her regarding her walking in front of that camera. You understand? Let's get back to the tape, man. This is crazy. Kevin never revealed to us who that woman was. He never did. So how does this guy know who she is? Now, if I was a betting man, based on my knowledge of these streets, I would say that homeboy introduced Kevin. Sounds like one of them type of things where a dude introduced a dude to a woman. Low key. Yep. Because Kevin never told us about this woman. Never told us her name. Never told us nothing. Never told us nothing. And now, bro, man, trying to paint her off as a hero. That's crazy. Like how you trying to paint a woman off as a hero? Like, how do you do that and you don't even know her? Like, how do you know she didn't have nothing to do with this situation? Like, seriously, this is why you know, first of all, dude is a horrible interviewer, right? Terrible. Don't ever do that again. Worst interview in the history of life. Because when you do interviews, you have to ask real questions. Again, if you sound like you're taking up for somebody, you're not doing a good job as an interviewer. An interviewer speaks for the people, and they ask the tough questions, even if it makes the person uncomfortable. If you sound like you're defending the person, and then again, bruh man cursing out, talking this, threatening people, fam, you make your argument weak when you do that. Especially when you claim you represent Kevin, you make your argument look bad, and you make people question you even more because you're displaying a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, and it shows guilt. And anybody that's viewing would clearly see it. It's something you can't hide. Imagine being in a courtroom and that's how you are acting. The jury's listening, the judge is listening, and it don't look good. These are facts. A hero? Are you kidding me? After 3 years? After 3 years, all of a sudden now you're doing interviews. Got all these people blind talking about, yeah, she's a hero. Talking about, oh, she's a private citizen. How's she private? You doing public interviews. Right. Y'all gotta have a better alibi. Because my investigative skills is monumental. Kevin Samuels was lined up. Y'all can't see? Lined up, and dude wasn't even at the funeral, fam. I'm telling y'all, man. Imagine this, bro. Imagine your mom Your mom passed away, bro. And you got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. And you the only one that showed up to the funeral. Your brothers and your sisters didn't show up. What does that say? What it says is the funeral wasn't important to them. They had more important things to do. Dude who did the interview was on YouTube arguing with trolls while a funeral was taking place for Kevin Samuels. That says everything I need to know. There's no excuse for that. You got more time to be worrying about the opinions of people who are Americans in America. You're more concerned about opinions and doing live shows than going to pay your respects for the man you claim is your friend. There's nothing you could tell me. Listen, anybody who believes this cat, something wrong with you mentally. Because if dude didn't come to the funeral, you can't say nothing, bro. Your word is no good. If that man had such an impact in your life, you would have been at the funeral, shedding tears. You weren't there, bro. There's nothing you could say. There's nothing you could say. If mom passed away and you don't show up to the funeral for your own mom, that means you never loved her. This is sad. Y'all can't see the play. Fam, I'm in the streets. I can see the signs. When you from the hood, there's certain things you just know. When you graduate from the hood academy, there's things you just pick up. That man was lined up. They lined that man up to tap those pockets. And now they trying to clean up the evidence to try to shape public opinion into believing that we have a hero amongst us. No. We have a suspect. See, if I'm at the telly with a woman and the woman mysteriously die while I'm there with her, I'm just not gonna be able to go home. The police gonna wanna know what happened. Don't leave the country. We're gonna be communicating with you. Right. That's what they would say. So I'm trying to figure this out. How does a man die? A woman is there. And she's not interviewed at all. But 3 years later, we got an exclusive interview. It's crazy. Exclusive or fabricated? Can't fool me. Can't.
That's fabricated, bro. Nice try, though. But I can see the play. How that engagement doing? You ain't get married yet?
Nope.
You told Kevin that you were engaged.
Right.
You had Shorty on your arm the whole time. Was that a part of the play? Was that a part of the play? To get Kevin to believe that. See, I'm from the streets. I know how this is. You got a lot of women that'll line brothers up. I've seen it happen many times. I've seen many women line brothers up. I've seen dudes pose with women as if though that's his woman. Shorty was never his woman. She was a part of the play.
Yep.
To line him up. To make Kevin believe that dude is official. To make him believe that, you know, like I could trust him. Because, I mean, after all, you know what I mean, he met this woman, you know, in my group, my Facebook group. So surely it must be real. She's with him, like, for real, for real. But how do you know Shorty really with dude? How you know she ain't paid to be there? You have a lot of dudes that pay women to be on their arm just to look important. Because all I'm looking at is, where's the marriage at? If dude was engaged, what happened to the marriage? Shouldn't y'all be married already? I mean, at least for Kevin Samuel's sake, right? So the marriage didn't go through? Why? What happened? How come nobody's talking about that? How come all the content creators that were allegedly friends with Kevin, how come they're not talking about where that woman go that dude was engaged to? What happened? Come on now. We asking the real questions. See, nobody don't want to be held accountable. This is what I mean, man. I'm the only one doing this work, man, while everybody else is busy playing around, taking their time, not trying to address the elephant in the room. And then they get mad with me because I'm exposing the real deal, fam. Let's go. Are you not seeing it? Who murdered Kevin Samuels?
Who did it? Who?
Who murdered him?
Somebody
Who
did.
stand to benefit? Who's controlling his social medias?
Uh-oh.
How come nobody never interviewed his daughter? How come nobody never interviewed the mother? Right? How come nobody never interviewed the family? There you go. Listen, y'all remember the situation with that dude? I'm not sure if it was one of Kevin Samuel's cousins or somebody. And this is during all of the madness going on. And dude didn't even know what was going on. Because it's almost as if though Kevin wasn't even really rocking with his family, bro. Like, he was just doing his own thing, man, in his own world. It's really crazy in these streets, man. They told us that the daughter controls the YouTube. But where is the daughter to come into the public and say, hey, guys, I appreciate y'all for this and that? You never seen her. She's too busy living her life. Why this interview didn't come out after Kevin died? Why not? After everybody done moved on, it's almost like trying to boost the channel up. Like, in other words, let me put out a video with an interview with this woman. Hey, hello? Yeah. I got a good idea. You know, I'm trying to get views. You know, my channel, it's stuck, and I'm not really getting no views. You think we could do like an interview or something
Yeah, I want to do an interview because it's like my channel just not growing. And out of all of Kevin Samuels' friends, it's like mine's the only one that's not growing. Did y'all just hear what I just said? Tutorials, channel growing. Anton, doing well. O'Shea, successful. Lead attorney, successful. But you're not. Yeah, I want to do an interview because if I could do this interview, it'll bring his audience over here. It'll kind of spice things up again. And I can kind of ride the coattail of Kevin. So, yeah. Oh, you busy? You going to be free? Yeah. We could do the interview. Yeah, on that day. Okay. That sounds good. I mean, it'll be a win-win for us. We'll just make you a hero and I could get some likes. I could get some views. The people will appreciate me again. And I could kind of reestablish myself as some sort of, I don't know, somebody that is the leader of Kevin Samuels' estate or something. Yeah. Okay. And that's what happened. Because, again, the interview was bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And it was all about that one individual, not the woman. Dude kept making the interview about himself. Anybody with common sense and brain cells could look at that interview and know that it wasn't really about the woman being interviewed. It was more or less about a man trying to convince the audience that that person's a hero. That's all we were getting throughout the whole time. Sad. So who's benefiting? Who got access to the cash? Follow the money. Because I don't believe it's the daughter. Somebody else got access. Someone else is benefiting. Hold on a second, guys. Low key. Gotta answer the door. Trust and believe, fam. We've done our investigation. And based on my evidence, Kevin Samuels' death was an inside job. An inside job. And the people who are in the inside, they know. Because if this woman was there the night, then she would want to talk about that from day one. Why now? My personal opinion is that that woman, no, dude. Yeah. That's right. That's my opinion. Because how would she be so comfortable to share her story, but she ain't share it with the news media? She ain't share it with the bigger bloggers, with bigger channels, so it could reach more people. Why through dude that have a smaller channel? It makes no sense. If dude wanted to really have impact with her story, It was supposed to be done on a large platform. I mean, it could have been done directly through Kevin's platform, but then it would have been a red flag. So I'm pretty sure it was a thought, but they decided not to do that. But I'm pretty sure it came in mind, like, maybe we could do it over there, but it would have got the other guys upset. Now, I don't know if the other guys in the space knew about it. I would assume that they knew that the interview was going to take place, because the question you have to ask is, where were they? Where were they? Something ain't right, y'all. My gut feeling is telling me something ain't right. I want to know why there haven't been an internal investigation regarding the death of Kevin Samuels. His death was literally swept under the rug as if though it was a plot and a hit the whole time. And again, Demond Wilson pretty much said that he was taken out. Even he have enough sense to know that Kevin was taken out. He have enough sense to know he was taken out of here. They took Kevin out.
I think that, what was his name? Samuels. He just died recently. Had the podcast. There was, the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated.
Eliminated. Eliminated, the man said. How come Kevin's friends didn't make videos about Demond Wilson? How come? How come they didn't make videos saying, who are you to say that? You're disrespecting Kevin Samuels. He wasn't eliminated. He had a heart attack. They don't got nothing to say about it, fam. They don't got nothing to say.
Because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street.
Isn't that what we have right now? Our women don't listen to us. They're just running the streets. We can't tell them nothing. Just problems.
They don't pay the income tax. They put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
Is there a ritual attached to seeing black men in dresses when it comes to, I know it started around Flip Wilson time and probably before then. What's the ritual that's happening?
I told you now, listen, remember what Granddaddy told you?
Listen, I've been covering Kevin Samuels' career when he was at, I believe, around 70K subs. When he was around 70K subs, I was covering this case. And I believe it all started when somebody, I'm not sure who, was doing a live stream, and it was this big conversation about who's going to hit 100K subs first. Is it going to be Kevin Samuels? Is it going to be O'Shea? Somebody did a live show, and they were all taking bets. Who's going to hit 100K? Because he started to get momentum, and his channel started to grow. And I was making videos when he started to address the topic of polygyny, and he basically dissed all the brothers by saying that if a man is not making a bunch of money, it's not really for him. In other words, having more than one woman is a rich man's sport. Once I heard that, I said, I got to make a video about this guy. Because I never made videos about him until he started talking about these things. All right? And then he hit 100K, popularity came, channel blew up, it went crazy. People don't understand the history. And they don't understand that in this business, you have a lot of people that are jealous, but the people that are jealous are the ones that are right next to you. It's not the people that you think are jealous. It's the people that are next to you. They would look at me because I do my commentary and they would say, Ringo, you're jealous. I don't understand. No, you got to look at who's next to him. Who is very close. Those are normally the people that are jealous of you. The people that are right next to you, that smile in your face every day, acting like they're your friend, and they be the ones plotting.
When I first sat down here about Norman Lear, the dissolution of the patriarchal system. What we're experiencing now is the evolution of what Norman Lear started with All in the Family. And nobody got it. They missed it totally. They said, oh, DeMond's talking about Norman didn't have... I said, you people have been so dumbed down, like Malcolm said. Some of us, we're going to have to leave behind.
If you even pay attention to what this man is saying, he's speaking nothing but facts. If you go back to the show All in the Family, you can see how they were rolling out the agenda that we see today, where the man is the woman and the woman is the man.
You're too brainwashed to understand. That was the important thing I said about it. And they don't even know that. You know, you got this whole feminist movement out here. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. No, but your kids do. Your children do. A broken home. I can't remember the statistic. I think it's like 65% of the people incarcerated in the penal systems are single family. I don't need no man.
So it's just all by, it will be all by design, I'm guessing. They want this, right? I would assume people want this. The system, benefits.
What do you mean, welfare?
Welfare, the patriarch.
They don't want us to come together. They don't want black men and black women to come together. This is why social media is toxic. This is why I made my series, Never Trust a Woman with a Mic. Because the women that are influencers, if you notice, they're not helping women. None of them are. All of your favorite female content creators are not helping women to become better women. They're just entertaining men, tickling men's ears, making men laugh at women by exposing the negativity of what women do, which is what men have always been showing when they're trying to hold women accountable to correct them. See, the difference between us men is that when we do videos about what women are doing, we offer up the solutions and the correction needed. When you see a woman trying to do the same exact thing towards a woman, it makes no sense because she's a woman. Do you understand? She should be trying to teach the women how to be the kind of women that we need. Do you understand? That's what she should be doing. Let's go.
Dissolution that you just mentioned.
That's because of the feminist movement, brother.
Yeah.
The feminist movement. All of those lesbians back in the day, Gloria Steinem, Black Panther woman that teaches at Stanford University, they were lesbians. The Black Panther Party was a communist organization that was funded by the Rockefellers. That's the number one thing. So I mean, you got to understand, I came back to the world from the jungle when the Haight-Ashbury, the hippies, I hate to use that cliche, hated the government, everything about the government. They hated Nixon. They wanted to stop that war over there in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And the feminist movement has killed it. And these women walking around here, they're not being taught by their mothers to be wives.
They're not. They're not being taught to be wives. They're not being taught to be mothers. They're being taught to just be in the streets. This is why when I speak on these issues, I don't get millions of views. Because again, I'm speaking the truth. All these other platforms that speak, they don't really offer up any sort of correction. They don't offer up any real world advice. They entertain the audience with the drama to keep the fire going, to keep us divided, to keep black men and black women arguing and fighting against one another. We're supposed to be building community. We're supposed to be growing and creating unions, but we're not doing that. Instead, black men and black women are delusional. There's no fathers in the homes. The women don't want to be wives. The men don't want to get married. So what do you think happens to the community? We're just dying off. They're getting exactly what they want. Can't you see that? This is what feminism has done to the black community. This is what it did. This is what hypergamy did. You see what I mean? A lot of you really believe that Kevin was helping the black community. No, he wasn't. These are the things that I tried to point out to the community, but nobody listened. Because of Kevin, women today want a high-value man making 6 figures. Look all over social media. Everyone is trying to do what Kevin did. You got a guy on Instagram, all he does is stand around with a microphone and he says, hey, ladies, how much do a man have to make? A dark-skinned brother, y'all all know who I'm talking about. How much do a man got to make in order to date you? Why would a man ask a woman a question like that? Why would a man ask a woman, how much money do a man got to make in order to date you? And what do these women normally say? Oh, 6 figures. That's what he have to make. It's crazy.
Now you got all these guys, they take your humanity from you. You know how the feminist movement has categorized men. I think that what was his name? Samuels. He died recently. Had the podcast. The women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated. Kevin Samuels was eliminated. Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix. I think that, what was his name? Samuels. He died recently. Had the podcast. The women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't.
And that's exactly what they want. They want kids in the streets. They don't want the women to take care of the family. And they want the men to just be out there running wild. And in the process of this, the black community is falling apart. It's literally imploding on itself. Because what a lot of influencers have done is they're capitalizing off of the toxic issues that we're all facing right now. And it's really, really bad. This is why I said never trust a woman with a mic, because women are supposed to be getting taught by women. Men are the ones that rebuke and correct and hold women accountable. Women are not supposed to be doing all of that. And that's where we get it mixed up. We got women that are trying to do these things, but they're not supposed to be doing that. You understand?
Pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. It's like I said, we live in a matrix.
Is there a ritual attached to seeing black men in dresses when it comes to, I know it started around Flip Wilson time and probably before then. What's the ritual that's happening?
I told you now, listen, remember what Granddaddy told you when I first sat down here about Norman Lear?
Sure.
The dissolution of the patriarchal system. What we're experiencing now is the evolution of what Norman Lear started with All in the Family. And nobody got it. They missed it totally. They said, oh, DeMond's talking about Norman didn't have. I said, you people have been so dumbed down, like Malcolm said. Some of us, we're going to have to leave behind. You're too brainwashed to understand.
Most people are brainwashed and they would never understand. All of this streaming I've done thus far, speaking on all these issues, and most of you still won't understand.
That was the important thing I said about it. And they don't even know that. You know, you got this whole feminist movement out here. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. No, but your kids do. Your children do. a broken home. I can't remember the statistic. I think it's like 65% of the people incarcerated in the penal systems are single family. I don't need no man.
So it's just it will be all by design. I'm guessing they want this, right? I would assume people want this. The system, benefits.
What do you mean, welfare?
Welfare, the patriarch dissolution that you just mentioned.
That's because of the feminist movement, brother.
See, what a lot of people don't understand also is that a lot of you believe that, oh, the government took out Kevin Samuels, or the powers that be took him out because he was reaching the people. It don't work like that. It's not that simple. A lot of times we think things and we try to put it at a level like, oh, like a Malcolm, a Martin Luther King, like this dude was assassinated and all this other stuff. No, it was an inside job. You understand? It was an inside job. Because when you think about it, Kevin was helping to keep the problems going. The problem was not being solved. He said some things that is true, but at the same time, it didn't make women better for you brothers. You were entertained. You watched the show because it entertained you. You loved seeing him roast the women. But the women were not changing for you brothers. The women were not becoming wife material. Instead, the women got worse and the men got worse. Because you brothers ain't no different than the women. See, you like hearing about the negativities of women, but what about the negativities of men? You see what I mean? Nobody want to hear that. And this is why you have a lot of people talking about women, but they never talk about men issues, as if though we're all saints and we do all the right things. Kevin contributed to the problems that we have today. He spoke truth, but the truth that he spoke, men in the space been spoke. You've seen many guys in the space accuse Kevin of stealing their material. Many. Because it's true. He took a lot of people's material and ran with it and got successful. And we never got no credit for nothing that we done. And a lot of guys felt some type of way. I got all the tapes. I got all the tapes of everybody. I got an archive of everybody. So don't even try me. All I got to do is go in the vault and bring out the tapes and roll them. And we can hear your voice complaining. Do you understand? So I don't want people to think that, oh, you know, the government took him out. No, the government didn't take him out. The people that was around him took him out, which was an inside job. Because whatever happened took place inside of his house, or it took place over a period of time. Do you know you can poison somebody over a period of time? Do you know you can affect somebody's health over a period of time? You got women that plot and plan on killing their husband, and they don't do it overnight. They do it little by little. Like they'll put poison in his food every other night, poison in the food, and the man is eating the poison, drinking stuff that's poison, and his health is just deteriorating, little by little, by little by little. Next minute he catch a heart attack. And it looked like natural causes. It looked like it just naturally happened. It don't look like murder. Do you get it? You got people who study these things. They study how to make a person catch a heart attack naturally so that it's not detected. You got people who do this type of stuff, you know? And it's sad that in today's day, a lot of people can't see it. But when I speak on this truth, everybody's mad with me. Shout out to Floridine Rollo. Let's go for the support. He said he is right. Some people you have to leave behind who ain't going to get it. Too many people often explain to people who don't want to do better, gotta let them be. Kevin Samuels wasn't an observant person at all. He wasn't observant who's around him. And I talked about this in previous videos where I'm like, he got these people around him thinking everybody cool. And to me, that's not a good thing. You making bread, you making a lot of money. You got to really watch your circle. Everybody knows this. Every mature man should know to keep an eye on who's who. But he thought that a lot of these dudes were with him. He even had women around him that had a sketchy past. And I'm like, fam, you can't read the signs, bro? You got this woman around you, bro? This woman? Bro, you tripping. So I already knew he was in trouble. She could have went to Anton. She could have went to tutorials. She could have went to O'Shea. She could have went to the lead attorney. Those cats were cool with Kevin. Those were his peeps. How come dude didn't reach out to them other cats and say, yo, fam, yo, I'm gonna be doing an interview. You think we could do it on y'all platforms to kind of get the message out there? Yo, imagine this, fam. I want y'all to think about this. I want you to think about this because I gotta repeat myself. A lot of times y'all be complaining like, yo, Ringo, you be repeating yourself a lot when you talk. That's how you learn. Think about this. Somebody gained access to all of Kevin Samuels' social medias. How do you do that overnight? That's how they gain access. No court gave them access. That's how you gain access. Through that phone. He's logged into all his social medias. And all they got to do is through the phone, gain access, change the passwords, go to the emails, adjust whatever they got to adjust. Now they got control. Just that simple. And remember, with these phones, you know, I'm pretty sure Kevin didn't have a password. Some facial recognition type stuff. And that's how they do it overseas when these men get robbed and they use that scopamina or whatever that thing is called, them drugs. Same thing. My personal opinion is that Kevin was drugged. He was allegedly drugged. And the drugs or whatever they use, it was designed to rob him, meaning they didn't plan on killing him, right? Supposed to be robbing him. And it was supposed to be a clean getaway, meaning whatever woman was there or whatever the case is, it was supposed to be a clean getaway. It's my opinion. And we were never supposed to know. It was supposed to be one of them things where he just got robbed and only he knew. And he would have known what woman did it, but she would have done probably went back to some other country or somewhere. Or it could have been that they were planning on killing him. Because then again, if he know who she is and he's still alive and he got robbed, he'll be able to file a police report. So it's leaning more towards killing him. Logically, it would make sense. It wouldn't make mathematical sense to rob him and keep him alive so that he can talk. Nah. So somebody plotted to kill him. And it's really sad that the people that's closest to him ain't even talking about it. I'm talking about it. And I'm making a lot of sense. And this is why they mad with me. They ain't do that. But you mad at me because I got eyes that can see. Kevin's final words was when she walked in front of the camera and he was like, whoa, whoa, what you doing? Right. And then on the Instagram feed, we got a glimpse and he was like, I'm trying to protect you. Meaning he didn't want nobody to know who she is. If we didn't have the Instagram feed, we would have never known the real. Because in the YouTube video, remember, he was playing Money World and he made his screen small so you couldn't really see nothing. But on the Instagram feed, we were able to see everything and see the behind the scenes conversations he was having with the woman. Because he was simultaneously streaming. You see that? So if we would have never had that tape, we would have never seen all of this stuff, man. Those are major clues. And you know after that live stream, he had to have had words with that woman, bro. There probably was an argument. Something had to happen. You know? Everybody needs to be investigated, even down to the people who came to the apartment, even the medical professionals who came to the apartment, everybody. You don't know who's who. Everybody could be paid. You can have various people that falsify information. Happens all the time. People falsify documents just to make things look a certain way. You got people who work on the inside who do stuff like that. You never know. So how this dude communicates with her. Remember, whoever controlled Kevin Samuel's social media gained access of his Instagram and all his DM messages. Why would someone gain access and not go into the DMs to read his private messages? Ain't no telling what kind of secrets he had in there, what kind of businesses and business opportunities and business communications that he had with other people. And somebody gained access to that sensitive information. Come on, y'all. Somebody did him dirty, man. Nobody should have access to that. If a man die, leave his social medias alone. Nobody should be there. Nobody should be posting info on their social media. That's crazy, man. Imagine, look, how would you feel right now, fam? You folks out there right now, how would you feel if somebody hacked your social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, and they're reading and publishing all of your private messages to the public? They're literally taking your messages and sharing it with the world, or just reading them. That would piss you off, right? So think about women Kevin was talking to behind the scenes. Think about how they must feel right now knowing somebody gained access to his social media and have access to his private messages, sensitive messages now. Imagine other female content creators that had sensitive conversations behind the scenes with Kevin, and someone else is like this. You wondering why it's quiet in the space? Somebody probably got information and dirt on people. Probably did some old extortion thing. Man, you never know what's going on, fam. I don't trust nobody, fam. I'm just saying. Notice all this stuff that I'm able to think about. Imagine that. Imagine you a woman and you sent Kevin some nudes via Instagram and somebody else got his phone and his social medias and they watching it. So you mean to tell me if his daughter got access to his social media, she's reading his inboxes? So that's her business now? Come on, man. Nobody should be there. I know a lot of content creators that died. I don't see nobody controlling their page. R.I.P. to Sinful the P. Is anybody controlling his page? R.I.P. Alan Roger Curry. Is anybody controlling his page? Is his family controlling his page trying to get money? R.I.P. The Honorable David Carroll. Is his family controlling his social medias? Trying to get some ad revenue? Trying to post YouTube shorts? Nobody's doing that. You had another brother in the space that passed away mysteriously. I believe he was murdered. A brother that spoke many languages, Lao Shu. Most of you know who he is, that may follow like language channels. He was murdered. That was an inside job too. The woman he was dating. You know what I mean? His brother warned him about that woman. And based on the reports, she was a former FBI agent. And dude was very influential, had over 1 million something subscribers, bro. Very influential. They deleted him. Nobody's controlling his page. But somebody's controlling Kevin's page. How is that possible? Nobody should be controlling nobody's page, fam. Unless you're a wife. But Kevin never entrusted his social medias to nobody. So how could somebody just go take over? Unless somebody falsified information, falsified documents, because no court ain't just going to give you access. No, it don't work like that. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go. Why is she so comfortable with him? Y'all can't see the play? And again, how is that engagement doing? Because we saw the photos, we saw the videos. Kevin at birthday parties, everybody there. You had key players that was around Kevin. But yet nobody's being questioned. Nobody's being investigated. Where the feds at? Where's the forensic evidence? Where the FBI? How come they not examining the tapes? Where's the news media? Where are they? Where's the cameras to Kevin Samuels' estate? Yeah. Where he lived, showing who came and who left. They should be showing that. They should be showing who came to the apartment and who left. How do we know somebody else didn't come there to clean up the evidence? How do we know somebody didn't come there and clean out the apartment? How do we know nothing was touched in terms of jewelry, clothing? Kevin Samuels had a lot of expensive items. Kevin Samuels had shoes, he had clothing, designer suits, chains, watches, very expensive watches. We're not talking about no $200 watch, $300 watch, not no $300 watch, no. Kevin had expensive stuff. So where all of that stuff go? Where is it? Who took it? Where is it? Where his stuff go, bro? Kind of watches he have is the price of a car. So where it go? Where it go, man? Where his laptop go? Who got his laptop, fam? That's his personal business. Where all his stuff go? How come nobody talking about that? Who could fit his suits? So somebody got his suits? Who got the jewelry? Why nobody's asking these questions? He had multiple phones. He had like 3 phones. Where his stuff, man? Y'all did him dirty, man. Y'all did the man dirty. You gonna tell me, oh, well, his daughter got it. What? Yo, they really think we dumb. It ain't that easy, bro. Where's the investigation? Where's the internal investigation to see who was at that house? Who came there? Where is it? You know what kind of process you have to go through in order to get something? You know what kind of process? Fam, it gotta be a major process, fam. It don't just work like that. It's crazy. Nobody don't got nothing. They just covered it up. But I'm the bad guy if I ask the questions. Yeah, at Queen Hershey, that's the name. Yeah, they took out Lao Shu. They took him out. They killed him. He was very influential on YouTube. Very good. He was a good brother. I used to watch his videos, you know, while at work, just to kind of listen to different languages, to see the reactions of the people. Very good guy. Him and his brother had like a falling out and whatnot. And over the woman that he was with a woman, and his brother kind of questioned him about her. And next minute, it separated the relationship between the two brothers. And we in the public, we saw everything happening. And next minute, you know, he turned up gone. So it's like, yo, what happened? You know, he was definitely murdered. And the brother tried to do a little investigation about it. I forgot his channel, something, Chronicles something. All you got to do is just look up Lao Shu's page and you can find the brother's page. I don't know whatever happened in that situation, if they ever did an investigation about it, but it's messed up because he was a real good dude. He was teaching a lot of people, and I think they wanted to stop another black man because he knew many languages. He had a course, he had influence, and they just wanted him dead. And I believe that they sent that woman to take him out. You know, it was really messed up because she came into the picture, started doing videos with him, and he stopped doing videos with his own brother. And they sabotaged the family. Very, very nasty work. I'm the bad guy if I question the narrative. There was no investigation to Kevin Samuels' death. None. They just closed the book. And you have a mystery woman who is out there and people are acting like they can't see. You understand? It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. You know what's interesting about this? All this talk about, oh, you know, the daughter have access to everything that he got, but the wives don't. I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. They really got people gassed up, bro. Some people are really gassed up. They believe anything they see on social media. You have to understand, when people do evil, man, they can't sleep at night. That's one thing that you can't hide. You can't sleep. You can't sleep, man. It bothers you day in, day out because it's like the plan didn't work. The plan did not go according to plan. Sometimes I believe that taking Kevin, whoever took him out, they thought his popularity is going to stay alive and the money going to keep going and keep coming in. But the money is getting low, man. Any of you that are content creators, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't publish videos, your money goes low. Doesn't matter if you have millions upon millions of views. If people are no longer seeing new content, they go elsewhere to look at different videos. So you start to lose the traction. The momentum dies out. So the channel is literally slowly dying. Doesn't matter how many subscribers is over there. His channel is dying. It's not growing, it's dying. Because if you're not there no more and no new content is coming out, people are watching other content elsewhere. So it's like the plan is just not working no more. The money is not there no more. I try my best, man, to make people see. But it's like they don't care. I'm one of the very few people, and I'm one of Kevin Samuels' critics, right? And yet, I'm trying to find out who took him out. Number one, it was an inside job. Had to be an inside job. It had to be an inside job. Because he died in the inside of his apartment. Something had to contribute to that man dying. And we need answers with a real investigation. Listen, whoever did Kevin Samuels' autopsy or whatever the case is, they need to be investigated. They need to be investigated too. I'm talking about everybody involved need to be investigated. This is how deep the rabbit hole goes. Listen, you could be a person who does autopsies or whatever the case is and be dirty. You could get payment under the table to do something to put a different narrative. Oh, and we're going to do our investigation with the Twitch boss situation. Look out for that. We got a lot of content coming with that. Because we got to hold the wife accountable. We're going to do that. I got a lot of things that I got to bring out. Kevin Samuels' death is no different than how Twitch boss died and how they covered up everything. It was an inside job. I'm going to definitely reopen the case. It's just that I'm going to do it in a certain way so that it could be more or less like a documentary. Because we got to do the case properly to see who's benefiting and who stand to lose money and gain. And there's a lot that went on with the Twitch boss situation that I got. I did the most investigating regarding the Twitch boss case. Any of you that have been following the case, I've done some extensive work on what really transpired in that situation, just as I did some extensive work with the Kevin Samuels situation. If you're watching this live stream right now, you're probably thinking, oh, you now talking about this Kevin Samuels thing? No, I've already done the investigation. I've been on the investigation since he died. From the day he died, you saw content creators going live. I'm talking about right when they heard something, they going live making phone calls to hospitals. Who does that? You had other content creators making videos crying. Who does that? Who goes live when somebody died calling hospitals and stuff? Who does that? Very, very suspect behavior, man. And this is why I have to speak on these type of issues, because these individuals owe the public an explanation for what's really going on. And this is why you, the people, got to stop following these platforms. Because if you look at all the platforms that have been connected with Kevin right after he passed, they all grew. But one of them didn't. One of them can't grow. Their channel just is stuck. No matter how much they try, it just doesn't go nowhere. Because they're not really a content creator. They're not. And it also shows that there could be some bad blood, meaning the rest of the team didn't really give the other person a blessing. There's a lot to it. And again, I can speculate, but something is wrong with this picture. Something is wrong. Something happened that night that was not supposed to happen. He was not supposed to die. He was supposed to get robbed. That's what I believe. He was supposed to get robbed. I'm telling you, fam. I believe he was supposed to get robbed first, even though logically you would say, well, but if he got robbed and he got back up or whatever the case is, he can always say, well, the woman did it. Not necessarily, because he can get robbed and then the woman can always make herself out to have been attacked by somebody else too. Meaning she could have did something to herself. You have to understand how setups work. There's many different ways to play something to make yourself, to have that alibi that I wasn't there or I wasn't a part of it, or they got me too. I'm a victim too. You know? You got people that know how to do these things, man. Why do you think you have some people that scam people and they do it so easy? You have scammers that are so successful with scamming people. They're professionals at it. You ever wonder how you can have a debit card and somebody have access to your information? How many of you ever had charges on your debit card? You had to quickly call your bank because you got these weirdo charges. And you have to explain to the bank, look, those are not my charges. And you might be like, dang, I never use my debit card in the street. I never do nothing. How they gain access? You got people who work in the inside who have access to the data, the database. And they work in the place and they take everybody's personal information and they sell it to other people. Happens all the time. This is why when you call the fraud department, right? How many of you had this happen to you? You have a debit card from Chase. You suspect fraud. You call the fraud department. And what does the process, how the process look when you call the fraud department? What the process look like? Hello? Yeah. I'm calling the fraud department. There's some crazy charges on my phone, on my debit card, my bank. It wasn't me. Yes. Oh, you're gonna call me? You want me to hang up so you can call me right back? You want to know why the bank want to call you back, the fraud department? Okay, let me tell you. The reason why the bank, just in case you don't know why, the reason why the bank, the fraud department, even though you call them, they'll tell you to hang up the phone so that they can call you. The reason why is they have a system that's in place that once they hang up, they call you through that system. The system will now make your phone show your location. It'll show your location on a map, on a database, or some sort of system they got. Being that you're calling and it shows you on a system that you're in New York, at a certain place in New York or whatever the case is, it'll show where you're at, right? And because it's showing you there, the fraud attempt happened in Tennessee somewhere. You get it? So it couldn't have been you because your phone is showing your location in New York. That's how they know you're not the person. That's why they issue you back the money to your account, because they know it's not you. Because they called you back and the phone is showing that your location is in New York. You're not at that location where the charge was made. Because if you own and have the debit card, how they got access, that mean there's some bogus card or something that was made to steal your money. That's how the banks in the fraud department know that you're not the suspect. They do their investigation. So with every investigation, they're able to have systems in place to find out who's right and who's wrong. Because they just can't take your word for it. Because you can always go out there, use your card, and then say, oh, it wasn't me. They're going to investigate that. And they're going to find out you lied. You understand? Let's go. Hold on. Let me see where we at. Okay. And at this thing from the streets' perspective, he was supposed to get robbed, not put to death. Something went wrong. And the people who are responsible cannot sleep. That's true. With a comment. At Disciple of Yah says, I remember watching one of KS live streams a couple of weeks before he died. He said he was healthy and working out. That's my point. If I'm correct, I believe he cycled. He ride bikes and he works out. That's what I mean. He was healthy. For his age, he was healthy. So this narrative they're trying to put out there that the man was tired, anybody can get tired at a day's work. A lot of you are at work right now and you tired and the day is not even over. Everybody get tired when they're at work. Everybody get tired, they get off work, you tired. Who ain't tired? You tired of working at that place, or you tired because it was a hard day at work? Everybody have rough days at work. Every content creator get tired. I get tired. I get times when I just don't want to do no videos, man. Like, I'll just stay away for 2 days. I got to recoup because this is a lot of work. Y'all think this is easy? It's not easy. It takes work to do this. With the amount of work that I'm putting into this, you would think that I'm getting paid a whole lot of money. No, I'm not. Nope. Because when you push this level of truth, the algorithm don't push your videos. They don't. And then you got so many haters and people that don't want nobody to hear this truth. All they do is troll and say, you're this, you're that, name calling, a bunch of stupid stuff to distract you, the viewer, from the real. Because they don't want the real suspects to be held accountable, or at least to bring them to the public eye so that they have to answer for these things. If this woman that was with Kevin is doing an interview, she's supposed to be in the public eye where we can see her and hear the story. Phone call interviews are not interviews. That's not real. That's staged. After 3 years, nobody don't want to hear that. Where were you on day one? Where were you when I did my investigation? Where was that interview when I put the puzzle together? Where was that interview when everybody was talking? Why now? Because they're trying to use what is that called? What is that thing called? When you take the shock things? Is that called the defibrillator? I'm not sure I'm not knowing all these medical names, but you shock the person to bring them back. You got people trying to use that. I think it starts with a D or whatever the case is. They're trying to restart their platform to kind of give it the shock so that people could come back. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I believe. And I'm entitled to believe what I want to believe. Why do you think they always get mad when people talk about Kevin? As if though nobody don't supposed to have a damn opinion. Are you kidding me? As if though everybody supposed to just stay quiet. When someone was murdered, and in that interview, dude was saying, so what do you want it? So you wanted the woman to stop giving CPR, to run down, to get the AED or whatever it is. It was almost as if though they were making excuses for her getting what is needed. That's why it's down there. It's for that very reason. They could have went and got that and came back up. It had nothing to do with oh, you had to keep doing the CPR. You understand? That tool was needed. If she's a medical professional, there's certain training you have that would tell you that. Based on the tapes that we listened to, no CPR was being done, y'all. Based on the tapes of the 911 phone call, that woman was not giving Kevin Samuels CPR. We already did the review of it. You know? Right. Someone could have brought it up. All she had to do is just call the desk. All she had to do is just call. All she had to do is just go outside and scream and make noise. The neighbors would know, and then they go get it. I mean, it's self-explanatory that the whole thing, it just doesn't sound right. It ain't like they were in a private house somewhere. They were at an apartment complex. So when you think about it, all she had to do was just make some noise. Somebody else could have went, and if she didn't know listen, when the person was asking, what is the apartment? Y'all remember that part of the phone call? She didn't even know. She didn't even know. She kept wasting time. The person was like, go check. She was like, I can't, I gotta keep going. I'm like, yo, you're making excuses. They need to know where you at. She was stalling so much. And these are the clues that we all examine, and we're trying to put this puzzle together because this is a serious thing, man. This man could have been saved, and for whatever reason, now he dead. You know? But see, here's the thing, fam. Okay, he drunk Red Bull. Yeah, we get it. But did they say Red Bull killed him? You see what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Did it come back in his test by saying, hey, Red Bull did it? If that's the case, Red Bull will be pulled from the market if it's killing everybody. So that's not it. Something was done to that man to make this thing look natural. A man had to been under stress, and or something caused that man's heart to give way, because he was not supposed to die in that manner. I mean, right after his show, come on, y'all. Right after a live show, you dead, and nobody don't see something, y'all don't see it? During the live show, did he look sick? No. During the live show, did Kevin Samuels look sick and unhealthy? No. He looked the same. Now, I know things happen, but my point is, it's like people saying Red Bull, people drink Red Bull every day too. You got a lot of people that drink Red Bull every day. And remember, he did that because of energy. But at the same time, something else probably happened. I don't know. Was he taking some sort of pills, some sort of enhancement drugs, or was he doing what? You know, there's a lot of things. You got these pills that these dudes be using, fam. You got these pills, these blue pills that these dudes be using to bang these women out, to give them this supernatural energy. And I've told you guys about that. I said, stop taking them pills, man. You're going to get a heart attack. You know, you got guys that take these pills and these things, and those things can cause a heart attack, man. It can raise your blood pressure. It can really do things to you and mess you up. You got women making videos saying he died on top of a woman and he did this and all this other stuff. You know, it's crazy, man. I don't know. Viagra, I don't know what it is. But you got these guys, they take these pills that they use before they engage in sexual activity to make themselves last for a long time, gassing these women up, making these women think they're great in bed, when really they're just high on these drugs. You know? Very dangerous things, guys. Don't take those things. I find it interesting, fam, that dude is the only one still talking, but you don't see tutorials talking. You don't see lead attorney talking. You don't see O'Shea talking. You don't see Anton talking. Everybody like they moved on, and it's what the only thing everybody talking about is Boyce Watkins versus Anton. I don't care about that, bro. You see me making reactions with that? Because to me, all of that is staged too. Just to get people distracted. Let's go. But it's the only one talking. Sounds like guilt to me. Think about it. The Anton Boyce nonsense literally dropped same time as the interview. Distraction, fam. Distraction. Sounds like somebody's guilty. Sounds like something's eating at their heart. In the streets, we can see those signs. I got eyes that can see. I can see the signs. It's very clear to me. You know? There's certain things in the streets you just know. Bro, where my money at? Nah, yo, man, I'm gonna get, no, punch him in the face. He stole the money. He booked you. He took the work. There's certain signs that we just know. Of course there's certain signs. You have to look a man in the eye. Listen, whenever you got problems with somebody, you meet them face to face, you got to look them in the eye and you ask the questions, bro. Yo, the money was on the table. You were the only one there. You took the money, bro? You could see it in his eyes. We start, like, he can't look at you straight. So he's like, once he do that, you supposed to punch him in the face. Because he took it. You know what I mean? He lying. So if you have an interview with somebody, we should be able to see them. The public should see them. That way we can see if she's true or if she's lying. They need to see body language, facial expressions, because it shows guilt. And I can read a person's body language. I'm good at that, man. I can read people's body language. That's why they ain't doing no interviews publicly, where you can see them on camera. You know? Nobody's doing those interviews because they know better. They know the public will be going wild. It'll be all over the place. People will become detectives overnight. Something ain't adding up, yo. Who murdered him, bro? Who took him out? You need to turn yourself in. Go to the local law enforcement and turn yourself in. That's the only way you're gonna get closure, fam. Yeah, you ain't gonna get closure by staging an interview. You would think that after all these years passed that the woman would have moved on with her life. So why is she doing interviews, fam? These are, when I tell you these are red flags, normally, bro, women move on and they keep it pushing. But to be doing interviews after like 3 years, fam, that's suspect. That's suspect. Women normally move on, find a new man, and they start their whole life over. So to continue to entertain the situation, to me, is suspect. You get closure by turning yourself in to the police. Turn yourself in, That's how you get closure. Look, if any of you content creators had anything to do with Kevin Samuels dying, you know what went down, you had any parts in it, fam, just turn yourself into law enforcement, man. Like, go there and just like, look, go to the law and just tell them, look, you know what happened. Let them know that you received word of what was going to go down, and just tell them the real story, man, because Kevin is spinning in his grave right now, bro. Like, he's literally in his grave spinning because he's like, I can't believe y'all did this to me. I trusted y'all, and this is how y'all did me. You know, turn yourself into law enforcement, man. It's the only thing to do. All you ladies that might be involved, y'all know who y'all are. Turn yourself in. You're not going to be able to get closure. No matter what you do, no matter how much money you make, you're going to be haunted by the guilt. And the guilt is going to overwhelm you. Because you know you took an innocent man's life. You took him out. And now you out here feeling guilty. It's crazy, man. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes. Let's see what we got here. Let me turn this off. Let's go. Ever since Kevin departed, certain people benefited. Certain people got elevated. And up to now, ain't nobody investigating his death. They just making it seem like he was just tired. We all tired. We all go to work. We all deal with stress. Yeah, they kept her identity secret. They kept her identity secret, and then they tried to make it seem like she was a victim when she was there as a suspect in his house. And this is what they're doing right now. They're literally using her as a victim 3 years later. They're trying to paint her as a victim as if though people are doing something wrong against her. This is social media. We're talking about news and stories. I don't even know what the woman looked like. All I know is I seen a hand. We see images that these people are posting on social media. At the same time, if you're going to post her image in a thumbnail, why isn't she on camera talking? Hello? What's the point of posting an image when she could just come on camera and talk? Are y'all not seeing the red flags? Are y'all not seeing the red flags? Why show us an image, but she's not on camera talking? If you already revealed what she looked like, then make her come on camera so that she could talk to the people. If not, nobody don't want to hear nothing. I'm tired of everybody talking about threatening to sue this and sue that. I don't care about none of that. And that stuff moved me. People are crazy. How are you threatening to sue somebody for talking? You sound crazy. How can you threaten to sue somebody for talking about a story? Why are you focused on suing somebody? Sounds guilty to me. I mean, you could just tell when someone's guilty. The signs are there. If this is about Kevin and finding out who killed him, why would a person be worried about suing somebody? Sounds like guilt. Sounds like somebody that got a lot to hide and they're trying to use this method like of intimidation. Like, I'm going to use intimidation to try to, I guess, limit criticism by threatening to sue people. Do you know how crazy you sound to the public? People going to look at you like, what? Bro, you sound suspect, man. Like, who does that? You should be concerned about, well, wow, Ringo do got a point. Why am I trusting this person? What if they did have something to do with this? But when you defending someone, you suspect. Serious. It's crazy, man. Let's get back to this tape, bro. Because these people out here be exposing themselves, man. All you got to do is just listen to people, and they'll expose themselves. But somebody took that man out. That's right. Somebody took him out. They trying to say that, oh, people on social media is bothering the woman. Yeah. Did I mention her name? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So who I'm talking about? You don't even know. I ain't mentioned nobody's name. Y'all know the story already. Y'all know who's who. I ain't mentioned nobody's name. But we know who we talking about. And only hit dogs holler, and if it don't apply, let it fly. So anytime you have anyone getting upset, they guilty. Anytime anyone get upset, it's because they guilty. If I know I didn't do nothing, I don't care who talking about me. I didn't do nothing. You know? It is what it is. People could say whatever they want about somebody. That's their opinion. It's called criticism. They didn't harm no one. They didn't do anything to harm anyone. They're just speaking their mind. It's their opinions. This is America. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the case. A man lost his life in the comfort of his own home where he should be safe. Someone was there with him. What the public want to know is what really happened. They could give their side of the story, but how do you know their side is real? They're not on camera. They're not showing themselves. How could we judge their body language? Y'all all know how it is in the streets, man. We need to see the person on tape so that we can see. Why do you think when they do investigations or interrogations, they have the suspect in the room with the detectives and they're sitting there at the table? And he's like, so what happened? Tell us. Well, you know, I was there. And, well, why didn't you say nothing? And another guy like, well, why didn't you say nothing? They watching him. They watching body language, eye contact, the movements, the nervousness. They're watching all of these things. When you interviewing someone, you need to see them on camera. So that interview was done in vain. That's not an exclusive. That's a joke. It was a horrible interview. A real interview is when someone's on camera and you can see them and you can properly ask them questions to see how they move and what's really going on, so that the people can make their own judgment rather than listening to you trying to persuade the audience, rather than listening to you with all the threats and all the dumb stuff that you said. That's not going to persuade the audience, fam. What's going to make the audience listen is when they could watch the person and see if they're sincere. That way we can say, you know what? After listening to her and seeing her body language, seeing how she moved, it sounds as if though she was telling the truth. You get what I'm saying? Because you can see. But if you can't see, for all you know, AI is doing all the talking. Could have been a voice recorder or some voice activated AI software doing all the talking. How do you know you're even listening to a real person? This is why I'm saying, man, you gotta have people on camera. Those of you that know the know, you know the know. Right. Those of you that are in the now, you understand the real. And to Tracy, if anybody drops any names in the chat, block them. Do you understand? You know the names. If you see anybody dropping a name, block them. Do you understand? Okay. Because I speak in code, because I understand the streets. I speak in code. Those that understand the language, they understand. I don't got to explain myself. They know what I know. Right. Certain things are just not adding up, y'all. Now we're going to come back with another stream. I'm going to go get me something to eat. So to all you that are here right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we coming back with part 2. Live. That's right. And this is part 2. That's why we're here. That's why we're talking now. Because what we want to know is who did it. Who murdered Kevin Samuels? Because the public don't believe these lies, man. And these interviews that they having, man, is not helping. It's only making things worse. It's only making people question the narrative even more. You know? It's crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, my take on the situation, again, his death was an inside job. And now they covered it up. And these content creators can't be trusted. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust them, fam. Can't. They have some sort of elite club going on right now. You gotta be a part of their special club. I realize it. I see it. It's clear. Kevin Samuels' death was an inside job, man. Inside job. And everybody's quiet and they're not gonna point nobody out because they don't want to step on no toes, but they know what it is. And they all made an agreement to just kind of just keep it quiet. And it is what it is. Multiple people are involved in this, man. It's not a one-man operation. You have key players that understand certain legalities, certain things. Then you have people that might be in the medical field that understand how to manipulate paperwork. You might even have certain law enforcement that's involved to cover up things. The rabbit hole is deep. But we're going to continue our investigation on who murdered Kevin Samuels. It's crazy. Let me block this idiot in my chat asking me stupid questions that have nothing, completely nothing to do with the topic. I don't understand these crazy people, bro. We talking about Kevin Samuels. Somebody asking me about 144,000 people. These agents from Satan. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get up on out of here, man. I don't got time for this buffoonery, man. You notice how I just pack people up immediately, right? I don't got time for this. Because you got to be crazy. Out of all the things that I'm talking about, you asking me stupid stuff about this and that. Like, what are you doing? Okay. Let me see what we got. I'm not sure if I shouted out all these people from yesterday. I'm not sure if I did, but I'll shout you out here. Shout out to Kenneth, Clay, Eric, Jules, Revolutionary Loss, Vonda. Shout out to Esther for the support. Is this Javetta? Javetta. Shout out to Javetta for the support. Javetta. I believe that's how you pronounce the name, right? Katina. Katina. Forever Studios. Appreciate you for your support. Forever Studios. Kenneth. Shout out to Kenneth. Daniel. Ricardo. Shout out to Ricardo. Caramel Kimmy Kim. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. It's sad, man. But now think about this, y'all. Before we get out of here. All these content creators make videos about Boyce Watkins and Anton. Where's the videos about Ringo TV? Where's the videos about the investigation that we are doing over here? Where's the reaction videos? I mean, all you gotta do is just look at what's going on, man. It's clear. When you speak this level of truth, everybody hide, man. They don't come out into this light. They don't want to be seen. They don't. So we're going to catch y'all in the next one, man. It is what it is. Peace and blessings to everybody. You have a blessed day. You're probably heading out to lunch, depending on, what your time zone is. But a salute to everybody on the 9-to-5 grind that's tuning in to the stream. It's like the reason why I talk about these topics because I'm passionate about this, fam. I'm really passionate about this. This ain't no act. This is not no thing that I just said, hey, let me do this. No. I'm really concerned about this. And for whatever reason, the people that are supposed to be close to Kevin, they're not concerned. Shout out to Ladora for the support. I know someone named Ladora. Wonder if this is the same person. A lady that sister that I went to school with back in the day when we was kids, when we were young, and I think it was junior high. Yeah, so we're gonna stay tuned, man. If I get more info, if I feel like I need to talk about more, we're gonna talk about more. I just don't like what I'm seeing, man. I don't like what I'm seeing. And I know none of these cats in the space like me. I don't like none of y'all either. We not friends, right? Just letting you know. Like, we not friends. I don't like none of y'all. I'm just keeping it a bean. Ain't nobody saluting me. So at the end of the day, I don't really care how you feel. But I'm going to speak this truth. So that being said, fam, we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.